We're live. Hello?
Hello?
Live. Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Uh-oh. Echo. Uh-oh. Echo. Uh-oh. Echo.
You got, oh, hang on, I have to mute. You got, oh, hang on.
Oh, goodness. There was... Okay, I think we're good. There was an echo going on, and I was like, what's going on? Hello to Bishop, who was here first. Hello to Neat. Hello to Dorg. Yes, the baby is live. Gnocchi, hello. Welcome in. Cheeky, hello, hello. Neat. Hello, hello.
I got Dorg is just going ham on the fetches right out the gate.
Yes. Alright, you guys. If you want to join us, okay, first off, I'm using Fire Alpaca, because it is free. So if you don't have a coloring program, you can download that. And here is the link to the, Hello, Zombie. Hello, Vanilla. Hello, Dorg. Thank you for the toy bones. The link to the line art that, Ever has so generously provided for us.
You make it sound like I did this, I went out of my way to do it, when really it was line art that I made that I tried coloring, and I was like, man, fuck this, I hate coloring. And then Princess goes, ooh, can I color it?
So expect to see lots of yellow. Okay, here's what I know about this character. I know that he has blue hair and green highlights. And I think that's about it.
Good starting point.
I think that is it. So if you aren't part of the Discord, go ahead and, do the exclamation point Discord. Oh wait, you were disappeared from the screen. There you are. Go ahead and click the Discord link, and you will be able to download a copy of the line art. There are two versions. One that has, I think the background kind of filled in, and the other is empty for you to color. I'm doing the full, just empty version.
Bold move.
Bold move, Cotton. I don't know what that's from, but I see it a lot in chats. How are you guys? I am enjoying some wine with our paint night. I guess, I don't know. I had a really quick dinner because I was like, I should probably eat something.
Probably.
Yeah, right.
I don't know why you always plan your streams to start at dinner time and then don't eat any food and then scramble to eat dinner at 9 to 10 o'clock.
It's because I'm very irresponsible. That's kind of what the deal is. I'm not sure if we're gonna have chat on screen. I mean on screen for the stream today, but it'll just be me, Ever. You can hang out, you can color along if you're feeling like it. I just wanted to chill today because yesterday's stream was an absolute shit show. I was very frustrated at the end of last night. I had lost my jumping mojo.
We all have off days.
And I was telling
Yesterday
Creed, I was like, I got the yips.
Yes. All right. I mean, I guess that is truly the yips if jumping is your sport.
Alrighty, I'm here. Welcome, Lee. Yes, guys. So, what I would like you to do, if you are up for it, is go ahead and grab that link from the Discord, download it, and we will be coloring together. So, let me move to this screen. I have already loaded it up. Please forgive me because I don't know my tablet that well. Hold on. I want
Oh,
you
this
to
is gonna be even better.
I want you to guess how old this tablet is.
Is it the one that I gave you?
No, it's the one I got as a birthday present before I even met you.
Oh, in that case, well, then that means I'll check guess because that means I have a timeline to work with. What program are you using? Is this Fire Alpaca?
Yes, this is Fire Alpaca. It is free if you guys want, to color along. Uh, and oh my god, here's the cool thing that I didn't know. So I was working on an old version of Fire Alpaca, and I just learned today that they have a new version that has a brush store. And so you hit the brush
Mm.
store, and here are so many brushes that you can download. They have some really cool ones. Like they had some prism ones that here, let me just show you. There's this one here, prism, and let me just make it bigger. Look at that. How cute is that? Wait, can you even see it? Let me zoom in.
Like the little rainbow sparkles. Yeah, I can see it faintly.
Yeah. Isn't that cool?
Man, brushes are just a thing that I don't get. Because I'm also learning CSV now, this is what I did with Procreate. I found like 2 brushes that I can use and then just never used anything else. And I'm in the process of trying to find those 2 brushes to use for everything in CSV.
I mean, a stream I missed yesterday because I was modding for someone. No worries, zombie. You know, you do what you need to. But that reminds me, because Midnight Milkman is in. 1 second. I'm going to just mute my windows because it will make a funny Windows noise. And we all know everyone gets confused when the funny Windows noise happens on stream. Are you also going to be coloring this, or did you color this already? Are you gonna try to color it again in this stream? No, you're like, no, I'm done.
New art because this one was not doing it. But I am very interested to see how you will color it or how anyone else will choose to color it compared to the way that I attempted.
Seems aesthetic. Yes, this is Evercell's art. You can see the bird down below, who is Evercell, my best friend and our channel mascot, apparently.
Not even a bird is the channel mascot of the dog channel.
It's very weird. I don't know how that happened, but it just did. um, okay, so is it meant
Stop!
to have.
You guys don't need to spam it like that, please.
I did it once, okay? I'm not
Mhm.
responsible for anyone else.
Terrible.
Did you mean for it to have this large border around it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you
Okay.
can also crop it if you didn't want to have like the border or whatever.
Now I'll see what I can do with it. Okay. So, maybe we should, oh, you know what? Let me add some background music, because,
Oh yeah, get some music and coloring stream.
music
By the
and
way, chat, I also gave Princess one of like my venti like line arts for hard mode,
oh
but she
no.
declined. She declined to make that one available, so maybe in the future, if she wants to do a coloring stream again, she can try the difficult line art.
Yeah, hold on. I can show you guys real quick. I'll pop it up on stream. But there is absolutely no way that I can't art.
If you ask me, the one you're about to show is actually easier to color than this one with Tainari.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You think so?
Yeah. Like, it might look complicated because there's a lot of lines and shapes or whatever, but it's just like a portrait. This one has like a background and shit.
I feel like uh-oh, hold on. It's not adding it. Add the window capture. Is it this one. This is the art. I should probably just take that down. This is the art that Ever provided me for the venti, and I was like, yeah, okay, right, Lee, right?
No, I mean, I feel like there's going to be a follow-up statement to that. It looks scary, but yeah, you see.
I see. I don't
On
know.
it, I think this one's the easier one to color. It just looks intimidating because there's a lot of lines, but it's not. Although I also already posted the reason why you know it's easier to color is because I posted a colored version and I really hate coloring. So if I was able to do that one's objectively easier.
I'm not sure. Okay, guys, hold on. I need to find like a. Ooh, we might get DMCA'd, but but let's put some like cute Animal Crossing music on.
Video game music usually flies under the radar.
Okay. This is a 58-minute. It says Twitch safe, but I never trust this stuff. So.
I like how that's in a description now for like YouTube videos. Twitch safe. Yeah.
Is it too loud? Here, lower it down.
I was about to suggest, ooh, what if we listen to Ghibli Cafe music? And then I was like, wait, that's probably not a good idea.
Is that better? Is the background better? You probably can't hear it.
I can't hear anything, so I'm just
link,
waiting for chat to confirm.
In case you want the vibes, here's the link.
That's fine. I have your stream open in one window. I am trying to not draw today to rest the wrist, and I'm either going to work on shop or just play Genshin while I watch you color.
Ooh, okay. So maybe we should finally get into this without without stalling anymore.
Yeah, quit wussing out, miss. How hard can coloring be?
How hard can coloring be? Look at how beautiful this line art is. Maybe I should just actually label it line art so I don't mess it up. Okay. How does one actually color?
Oh. Bold statement after the how hard can coloring be?
How hard can it be? Let's use a pen tool. And maybe wait, what, Dorg? I've never done this before. We were joking.
Some like image editing and stuff, right?
Yes, but it's always been graphics that are already like available. I don't.
Oh girl. Oh girl.
This is okay. This is like a really bright color. I don't know. I feel like when you color, are we trying to copy your art style? No, I should try to do my own.
No, do whatever you feel like you want to do. Object creators. Ryan, we moved on.
Oh, you know what? I forgot that. Shoot, because Fire Alpaca does this thing where even if it's not on the layer that you're doing, it will still try to fill only, like, you saw me fill it, right? Mm-hmm. It won't fill past the line.
Oh, like it uses an auto reference layer?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I don't even think Photoshop has reference layers yet.
I regret backseat coloring now. Also, you guys, if you are coloring along, I really would like you to post this to the Discord later because I want to see all of your beautiful art. Yes, we are listening to some Animal Crossing, quote-unquote, Twitch safe. So, I assume, like... I'm gonna assume that the safe thing to do first would be to lay down all of the base color. I feel like I've seen
usually a good first step.
Yeah, because I feel like I've seen you color a lot before.
Really depends on your coloring style. I know artists are like my usual habit is to do flats and then like shade and render on clipping masks, and then there's other people who just like fucking YOLO it and can do all of their painting in one layer. So don't know what that's like.
Oh man, this
Photoshop
is great.
should have reference
It
layers.
just
I mean,
fills it
maybe.
in. It just fills it in. This is fantastic. I mean, it's not getting everything. This color feels too bright. Maybe we should do like a darker color.
He's a forest ranger in a rainforest, if that changes your mind on your sort of atmosphere.
Midnight Milkman says Twitch listening to the music like, excuse me. Hello? Do I need to boop you with a DMCA?
It'd be more than a boop.
I know, it's gonna be. I mean, I have 3 strikes, right? If I get strike 1 from coloring, I'll accept it.
I thought you just like demonetize your videos. I didn't realize you actually get in trouble.
You do. You get. I feel like this is your color palette. Very like muted, kind of. I don't know how that filled everything. Nope.
I do tend to use a lot of. Well, the curse for this is I don't use bucket tool ever when I color because I used to do line art with like pencil brushes, so it doesn't fucking work anyway. So you might run into some difficulties trying to fill because there's going to be a lot of just open lines.
That's okay. We're going to do our best with what we have.
Awesome.
All right.
Dork says, I don't have fire color or whatever it's called, but I'll use MS Paint.
Fire Alpaca is free, Dork. It's 100%. I mean, you guys know me. Do I ever spend money? It's free. It's
yeah,
free.
She wouldn't be using it if she had to pay any kind of money for
it. Clip Studio Bucket Tool can help you there ever. It can pretend your lines are closed and also fill underneath them by defined extension. Free costs too much money. I'm broker than broke. All right.
You've gone into it. Actively costs you money to use free programs. You know, one of my friends, Sarah, our fellow static mate, links like a bunch of assets. So it's like auto erases outside the lines, and I think the fill tool that you're talking about. But I like looked at the asset page and I was like, I don't know how to use this, and then I just closed it.
Gave up.
Because I'm dumb.
Everyone's like, I have to learn new things. I don't want to learn new things.
I really don't. I'm too singular brain cell. I'll spend hours like manually filling things in by hand instead of using an automated tool because I'm stupid.
Okay, question. Is this a leaf up here?
Where are you pointing? I'm on a delay.
Oh, it's this
Upper left. Yep, that's a leaf.
Okay.
Or that can be whatever you want. That can be a giant mushroom.
Could be a ginormous mushroom.
Fill tool is actually a default thing you can do. You don't have to get an asset. Oh, okay, maybe the one I was looking at was just for the erase outside lines, which was, as I said, more complicated than I thought I could understand in 5 seconds.
I feel like...
Where are you pointing? Gets the giant asset tool.
We're at a good start here. We just gotta get the base colors down and then smack some shading around, right? That's exactly... Isn't that how this works?
I mean, the thing is, you're not wrong, but you're also not right.
Where are you pointing? Gets the giant ass circle. It's true. It's true. Man, this new version of Fire Alpaca is actually quite nice, and I can't believe I didn't update earlier. Man, when was the last time I downloaded that on my thing?
I mean, it's not like you typically like
I don't like draw.
Stuff, so
yeah,
you would have a reason to have it.
True.
Man, the little pixelated purple bits where it doesn't fill underneath the line drives me crazy. That's another reason why like I don't like using bucket tools. Or I guess I should say unadvanced non-CSP bucket tools.
Don't worry, we'll fill it in. We'll fill it in. A program where you can't color outside the lines sounds like it's made for babies.
For babies.
Made for babies. Oh goodness. Hello, Kaydane. Kaydane? Welcome in. Welcome to the Puppy Kingdom. Hello. I hope you enjoy your stay here. If you want to color along, you're welcome to join the Discord and download an image of this line art and just follow along. It's a wine and paint kind of night because I had a had a bad Monday.
No.
And then again, my coworker, the IT director, was like, "Oh, Princess, would you mind, like, at our 4:00 meeting, would you mind going through the service module with our Australian team?" And like gave me no notice, and I'm scrambling, and he's like describing stuff, and I'm like, why can't he just literally send me the agenda of the meeting? Like, this it doesn't have to be this way, my dude.
I feel like this keeps happening to you.
Yeah. Oh yes, we are drinking, Lee. Also, I realized I think you maybe bought the wrong bottle of Menage a Trois, because the one I have is a twist cap, and the wine is fizzy and sweet. So I honestly think you just purchased the wrong bottle.
Rip.
Womp womp. Oh man, listening to this music makes me want to like play Animal Crossing again, but then I remember it's a trap.
I mean, it's not like there's DLC or like money that you have to spend to play it, unlike Farmville and stuff, so you could just, like, the worst trap it is that you spend your time playing it.
It's true. Very true. Oh man, I like that this pen has both an eraser and a pen side. Oh wait, you never guessed how old this was.
I'm gonna say 13 years.
Let's see. You're very close. It's 15
Ooh.
years old.
Damn it, I was gonna say 15, but I was like, that's too even of a number.
Yeah, I got this a while back. My parents had gifted it to me for my birthday one year. Because I guess they were like, oh, she really likes, you know, doing the art thing. And then I got this, and I never did art again. Thanks, Mom and Dad!
You know, my oldest brother got me my very first tablet when I was like in middle school or something. It was a Wacom Graphite 4 and it had a 4x6-inch drawing surface on it. And I used the hell out of that thing in like middle school, high school. And then I just stopped drawing for the entirety of like college and like, well, actually like the tail end of high school too. I just didn't draw anymore. And then didn't like pick it back up until like a couple years ago when I got into haiku. So it is like quite a difference to be like, look at this giant ass Cintiq or whatever that I got, and then think about my origin with my little 4x6.
Do you still have your old one?
Yes, no.
You should bring it back and be like before and after, or like now and then, you know, like kind of post. I think that would be so funny.
Oh god. You know, the thing with that too is like, I didn't know you were supposed to take the plastic off of it, so I always used it with the plastic on. It still has the plastic wrapping on it.
I bet you it looks so disgusting now.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Lee also had a Graphite 4.
Didn't use it at all.
5 years after I got it, I destroyed it until it was
Actually, I have the model right here. It is an Intuos 3 graphics tablet from Wacom. Also from Wacom.
Wacom's pretty much like was the
standard,
major name.
Yeah.
Until like there was more common like and cheaper models like Leon and stuff now.
Oh my god, Intuos 3 ancient. Yeah, hold on. Let me turn the fan on. Guys, it is so hot this week, and it's only gonna get hotter.
Are you not turning on your AC again?
The AC is on. It's just, I'm upstairs, and it's hot.
Gotcha,
the heat rises in this townhome. Man, coloring without the fill tool is so annoying. It's taking forever.
That's what I do.
Wait, how do you color? This is what you do?
Yep.
Oh, so annoying.
It takes me like, I have to like look at some time lapses from like full color illustrations that I do, but I would say that like doing the composition is probably like the first hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, then line art for like another 2, and then the remaining like 6 to 8 is all coloring.
Dang.
I am not an efficient colorer.
Behind the scenes for an artist, an artiste. I think Heat Rises in general.
That is true.
Not unfalse. Wait. Not false. Double negatives
Not
confuse.
unfalse.
Double negatives confuse my brain.
Evidently.
What are you having for dinner tonight?
I'm eating Taiwanese style fried pork chop and choy fan.
I love the jalapeno fried pork chops, right?
No. I think you're thinking Hong Kong style.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Is this a mushroom or a leaf?
Leaves. Or, as I said before, it's whatever you want it to be. Just color whatever your heart desires.
Whatever you're. Can you tell I'm specifically avoiding the main character in this composition?
Yeah, we can tell.
It's really scary. Not impossible. Exactly. Princess is not unconfused. Hey! I mean, true though. Very true. Oh, by the way, did I see Inside Out come in? Hello, Inside Out. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're having a good evening. Reminder to everyone who's coming in, the line art is available. If you join our Discord, there is a link for you to download the transparent PNGs of this art. And we're just vibing. We're just... Oh my god, my baby boy.
By the way, chat, Princess saw me like working on this the other day when I was complaining heartily about having to learn how to CSP and just like having to learn how to draw again. And she comes up, sees me working on it, and all she does is like, wow, this is such a high effort piece for you. There's a background and everything. Just roasted for no provocation whatsoever.
But is it untrue? Is it untrue?
I'm not gonna say anything.
Most of your art has very simple background, and then I look at this and I'm like, wow, she spent a long time. Like, guys, you have to understand. I saw her drawing this on her like new tablet, right? And she had like reference pictures of leaves and jungle and like dark colors, and I was like, wow, this seems like a very like high effort art piece forever. And I was like, oh, are you trying to like push the limits of your new tablet or something?
No, just trying to push the limits of my own wretched inability to draw. And I just looked up I just took screenshots from the game because I don't know what plants look like.
It's okay, I don't know.
It's always important. It's always important to use references. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't use references in art. Or that it's cheating or whatever stupid discourse there is.
It is not.
Ever should have dropped a solid black line art on white background, and the first task could have been figuring out how to get color under the lines. I thought about that, but I had mercy.
I can use multiply. What are you talking about?
Okay, she knows what a multiply layer
is. Exactly. I think I have to be more careful because the green is on top, so anything over will show up. Always use reference. Photo bash 6 screenshots together to trace your background.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Technically, you are creating something new, right? So that's allowed.
I mean, it's true. See, my strategy is just like, I would ideally want to be like those artists that just draw really like complex and beautiful character art that requires no background. Except I'm not good at doing that yet either. So I'm in limbo right now. Now I just have simple characters and no background.
I'm always skeptical when Princess sounds confident about something. What?
That's fair.
My cooking stream didn't change your mind about, you know, me being confident about knowing how to do things?
All we had to do was watch the way you were trying to cut that papaya and also the almond, or not the almond, the tofu pudding.
Okay, the tofu pudding, I followed the recipe exactly. Okay, I don't know what you want me to do about that. It is good soy milk though, and I'm still drinking it.
Oh, nice.
I wonder if
I mean,
I kind of want to.
what if you just put more coagulant in it and see if it solidifies?
I kind of want to, but I think I want to do it with a fresh batch and not one that already has cornstarch and coagulant already added to it. You know.
What's the worst that could happen?
Probably a lot of things. Wait, what if I just fill? Nice. Oh, these are, the broken lines.
Yep.
Nice. I wonder why Fire Alpaca does that. Just let you, because it blocks it off no matter what layer the line is on.
You could probably, I'm sure there's probably somewhere you can
Like a
toggle the
option?
reference layer on and off, yeah.
Gotcha.
But I guess for beginners, it's probably easier to just have it auto-enabled as a reference layer.
What's the worst that could happen? It says it could set really terribly and be thick and chunky when it's supposed to be nice and silky smooth and, you know, like a very soft pudding.
I like how you went for like a complicated dessert when in a stream where you were trying to showcase like your cooking abilities instead of making any number of desserts that you are indeed already experienced and very competent.
I should have made fucking macarons.
There you go. I thought you were gonna do I thought we were gonna do macarons or like cookie kingdom whatever.
I'll probably do that like another time. It's just not enough to, like a cookie decorating stream would have to be its own thing. There's no way like I can do that in less than 2 hours. I'm gonna be real with you. Those things take forever to decorate.
That's fair.
Okay, I can't tell if that is a vine. Maybe it's a vine. Just color it in. Like it's a vine. It's supposed to be a jungle. There's supposed to be vines everywhere.
You can paint, color, add whatever you want to this line art. I don't care.
Hell yeah. Thick and Chunky is the name of my future dog. That's hilarious. One day I want a dog named Taco. I don't know why. I just think it would be very funny. Taco or Burrito. I apologize to my future dog.
You gave a distinguished name like Hermes, and then you're gonna name your next dog Taco.
Heck yeah. Heck yes. What a second corgi named Meatloaf. That would be so cute.
Meatloaf is a good name for a dog.
The most adorablest name for a dog.
Isn't that the name of the dog in like Borderlands or something?
I don't know. The only other dog I know from like a show is Cheddar. From B99, which is like
That's not Cheddar.
Dog.
That's just some common bitch.
I love that show. So adorable.
The dog in Fallout 4 is called Dog Meat. Oh, okay, that must be the one I was thinking of.
Lee says, you don't have to spend time erasing the brown from the leaves if you're just gonna be putting green on top. You know,
That's true.
It makes sense, but also, you know, this is relaxing. Just coloring the background.
Like how you started with purple for your background too. Another bold move.
Is it?
I mean, I don't think it's a color that's easy to work with.
Because I thought, oh, I'll just do a kind of dark-ish background. Fitting with the... Okay, I do have to say, I was very influenced by the colors I saw on your screen. Which I saw there was a lot of navy blues and greens and like... That was all I saw. And I was like, okay. But other than that, I know nothing about this character.
Calling dog meat meatloaf is the equivalent of calling Clefairy Pikachu. You know what? It's close enough. It's adjacent.
Oh no, undo that. Let's just... What if I just close it with a little and then fill the rest? Nice, I'm a genius.
So I'm noticing Princess has a version where the forest around Tainari isn't fully inked in black. There are 2 versions, Lee, of the line art that we posted in Discord, so you can Princess elected to go with the empty line art, which again, bold choice. Versus the inked in one is the one that I actually did for myself.
Choose whichever your heart desires.
Whatever you feel like.
She's figuring out stopgap line closing techniques. Oh, I see. Is that what it's called?
I mean, yeah.
Oops. I zoomed in too much. I don't think that's supposed to be... Let's zoom in and erase this section here.
So I spent, I don't know how many hours because I don't know if CSP records timestamps for you the way Procreate does. I'm sure it does. I bet Lee's gonna tell me this the instant I say this.
It does!
I have no idea how long I spent coloring this, and then I started getting really butt mad about how hard it was, gave up, and then yesterday I drew and painted an entire picture of Venti with Aranara in 10 hours.
Wow.
Going back to what I'm comfy with. Just a character art with lots of painting and no background. Or very minimal background.
And you wonder why I roasted you.
Yeah, I mean, it was savage but true. Still completely uncalled for, but it's still true.
Should probably go smaller for this section. I assume this is meant to be like a big fluffy bush.
It can be whatever you feel like.
How many orders have come in for your shop so far?
God, fuck me. Actually, now that I finished my dinner, I was about to start working on.
Are you gonna have a busy weekend packing? I won't be here this weekend, so I can't help you.
No, it's fine. I'm not gonna be here. Oh, 169.
Nice.
So, I'm gonna try to just chip away at it during the week.
I see.
Including right now. It doesn't record time lapses without you telling it to, but does it track how long you spend active in a canvas? Because Procreate does that. Although it's a good thing to not have that information, because I also started developing a weird complex about how much time I was spending on each illustration. So I would
What?
I mean, if you have crippling anxiety about your performance all the time, you end up doing stupid things like looking at how long it takes you to finish an illustration and fretting about it taking too long.
I see.
Well, it sounds like it might be for the better that that's not a feature anymore. I classify that under TMI. T. Eh.
At least I'm choosing okay colors, right? Can I get some reassurance? Aside from this bright-ass purple?
I would say that the only suggestion I would give to you, because I was trying to not influence you in any manner, is to think of a real jungle and the fact that there are many different shades of green and other colors that plants come in.
I see. Okay.
That is the only suggestion I would give you to give some more variety.
I will keep that in mind, because there's such thing as this Protect Alpha layer that I can color anything. I can change the color of anything.
It's true. She figured out how to alpha lock.
I leave Clip Studio open in the background all the time, and Ryan will see the time I've had it open in Discord and be like, dang! 89 hours in Clip Studio must be a good game! How many colors could there be? Oh, there's so many colors in the world, Dorg. I don't even know. What is like all the possible color combinations? It can't be infinite.
I mean, I guess it depends on how granular you're gonna get about colors, right? Like, do you define, are you only talking about like broad colors like blue, green, and yellow, or do you like every single color that's like one hex off another one?
You're right. Hex codes are a thing.
How many colors could there be? We can't even see all colors. Yeah, that's true. Lee is right. We don't have enough rods and cones in our eyes or whatever to see all colors.
Don't you wish you could, though?
See all colors?
Mm-hmm.
That might be information overload. I'm not a bee. I don't need to see that much stuff.
Don't need to
I
make
think it's
the
bees
honey,
that can see a lot of color.
the pollen from the flowers.
Man, I want to draw right now.
Do the thing that you told me you do. Lock your pencil away.
I'm gonna put it in another. Problem is, that if I put it in another drawer, I still know where the drawer is.
Ask Ash to
I'm
put
gonna
it away
open it.
for you. He'll definitely hide it for your health and safety.
He would, but I want to draw. Did a bunch of sketches that I want to refine.
Oh my goodness. Hello, I spy with my little eye. The number 4 is my lucky number. Welcome into the puppy kingdom. It's so funny whenever I tell someone that, because 4 is such an unlucky number in Asian culture.
What does that say about you?
That I'm, you know, I like to be contrary. Want to know a cool Genshin fact? 4 is your lucky number, huh? Yes, it is.
Tell us a cool Genshin fact.
We have Genshin enjoyers here in chat. Isn't that ironic? I am down for a cool Genshin fact. I was gonna troll, then I started considering not, but then I saw your shadows. Wait, what? I accidentally. Oh no, spaghetti. Pocket spaghetti. Wait, how does that go? Knees weak, arms heavy. Got spaghetti all over my pockets.
It's mom spaghetti. Vomit already.
Spaghetti, vomit already. Whoops.
Bailey, you haven't listened to Eminem's seminal hit.
I have not. I got spaghetti in my pocket already.
Got spaghetti in my pocket already. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, definitely an improvement on the original lyrics.
Uh-oh. Is that someone's information? We definitely are going to delete that. Sorry.
Bye. Don't know who you are.
Sorry, we don't like to dox people here. That's not nice. One of our 3 main tenets is be kind. Congrats on committing a federal crime. Sorry. I take no part in this.
Nope.
Computer fraud and abuse act be like. Wow, you're right. This purple is so bad.
It took you this long to zoom out and be like, wow, this purple sucks.
Hold on. I think maybe we need. Oh, this purple looks so bad. How? Okay, hold on. So I have a. What is?
Definitely said 3 minutes ago that I don't think they're 18 plus. I didn't see that message from you, Lee. Unless you put it in Discord, I might have missed it.
Uh-oh. Did something happen?
No, I was just looking at chat.
Definitely not right. Hold on. I said it out loud to Ryan. How are we supposed to know, Lee? Look me in the eyes and tell me how am I supposed to know that? Is this a better color? Oh, yeah. I mean, eh. Yeah.
Sorry, what is it?
We should
Maybe you should take the... No, never mind. I'm not saying anything.
go darker for the border. I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, that's better than before.
I can see so much more of my ugly leaf coloring. The bright purple hid so much. Oops. Let's just clean that up a little bit. All right.
There's no like option to report someone for attempting to dox someone we don't even know. Oh, put this under spam. Guess I'll put this.
Probably spam.
Revealing personal information. Okay, maybe that's
Thank you for doing that. Guys, we don't play like that. Dude, yesterday someone came into my stream and was like, said the most like, they were like, you know, fuck like, the, you know, the W word that you use to, you know, call people, like people who love anime too much, but the derogatory term. And then they were like, also VTubers and furries. And I was like, you know what? Get the fuck out of my channel. we don't take that energy here.
Wait, they were dunking on like VTubers and furries and stuff?
In my channel, and I was like, I'm a fucking VTuber, like get the fuck out of here. Yeah.
Oh, I see who this is.
Oh, did you see it in the mod panel?
In the mod log, yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, dude, like you come into a streamer's channel who like especially is a VTuber and you say that shit? Like fuck you. Get out.
It's okay. I mean, I can't even imagine having the spare time or energy
to fucking
like
do
go
that?
around bothering people. Yeah.
Right? It's like, dude, don't you have better things to do with your life? Apparently.
I'm gonna go on a limb and say probably not.
Is this better ever? It's being colored in. There's no more pixelized purple stuff.
I'm not here to influence. Oh, that part, yes.
It's almost always 14-year-olds. I'm like, how the do you have that much time to spare? Like, get out.
I was like that at 14, definitely. Man, when I was 14, I just played like Neopets or like talked
Maple Story?
Yeah, and Maple Story and shit. I didn't go around trolling people. I mean,
yeah.
No offense to anyone who did, because I'm sure if you're here, you've probably reformed once you became a mature adult. But even when I was a kid, I was like, that didn't even like cross my mind.
Yeah. I mean, the most I did was rant on Blogspot about how my friends were like excluding me from things. And like
That's cute.
It's like, wow. I don't even know. I mean, I do know, but I'm too embarrassed to go look at my old Blogspot. I'm sure it's still there. But I would die from the cringe of like the stuff I wrote.
Some things are better to leave in the past. Stary played Maple Story when she was 14. Yep, Maple Story, RuneScape. At 14, I was 14 years old. Then I turned 15 the next year. Thank you, Dork. That is the nature of linear time, yes.
It's riveting. I had no idea.
A few years later, I turned 18. Now I'm 27. It took a lot of years for me to reach 27. 27 to be exact.
Thank you, Dork. This is why we enjoy the bees. You just constantly fill us with the goods.
Age 6, I was born without a face. Oh no, not the Game Grumps again.
Wait, what?
Ryan is just referencing a Game Grumps bit.
Thank you for the hydrate. I'll try and drink some water, because I'm drinking wine.
Yeah, you should stay hydrated.
You can't use the paint bucket?
Oh, that's gonna be a problem.
Why not? Why can't you use the paint bucket? Oh man, I love Animal Crossing music. Why is it just so, the soundtrack for Animal Crossing, so good. So good, you guys. I am a very inept person.
There's only one way to become
no.
stronger.
You must practice.
Oh, fucked up my spreadsheet.
Uh-oh.
Alright, here we go.
I'm like using brushes that are like way too big for what I want to do.
Krena, you beat her at the Dota game. I believe in you.
Yes, but on the contrary, in this aspect, I possibly have the upper hand because I've used Fire Alpaca many times.
You sure you wanna say that?
This is not my
Krena,
first
turns
time
around,
using
like,
this
whips out?
I'm gonna say it. I'm saying it. I'm saying it.
Like I said, a lot of bold statements being said tonight.
You can do this too, Princess. No, hubris comes before the fall. Uh-oh. See how we are, you know, explicitly avoiding.
You're gonna have to actually color Tainari at some point.
I'm so
You realize
nervous.
this, yes?
I'm so nervous. I would rather color all of this in.
Well, it's not gonna get easier by avoiding it.
That's true. I gotta, let me finish coloring the plants first. And then we can clean up all this stuff later, I guess.
You're funny.
Oops. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-bum. The year is 1994. A long time ago, I was a baby. I was conceived by my mother. I was the son of two parents. A mother and a father. I mean, what did I expect was going to be written there?
It even cut off the message limit. It's too long. Sari says, ooh, it's Tainari. Tainari? I can't spell his name. You got it right the first time.
Here
I
he
don't
is.
actually know if that's correct, but in game they pronounce it Tainari.
Also, you know, when I was looking at your line art, I realized, wow, I don't know what the Dendro vision looks like. Because he's Dendro, right?
He is Dendro, but I didn't even draw his Dendro vision.
Am I just going to fake color it?
I mean, let me check. I haven't had him long enough. Okay, his vision is not visible with the pose that I selected.
Isn't that it there?
No.
Oh, it's just oh, I see. Okay, never mind.
He has like a disc on his back. I haven't been able to figure out what it is. I think it's like a stylized magnifying glass, but I'm not sure.
I see. As you guys
But
can
yes.
tell, I really do not know the design of this character, like, at all. So.
Yeah, we can tell. Yes, Dendro is a bright green color. It's like a much more vibrant, like yellow-green compared to the aqua of Animo, which in my opinion is the superior green.
I mean, we know it's your favorite color. It's
My
very
favorite color
clear.
and my favorite outfit.
Very, very clear. Is
Animo
this a leaf?
supremacy.
This might be.
You know, you're already lucky that like I purposely like made this pose so I wouldn't have to draw a lot of the details on his outfit.
Less coloring. Woo!
It's a really fancy one of those circle stencils that come in. Oh my god, you're right. It is a children's circle stencil. I think it's a magnifying glass though. One of his character stories talks about how his parents got him like a kid's magnifying glass when he was little, and he was really into like studying like bugs and plants and stuff. And he decided to keep it even into his adult life.
Sarah, you will have to. I'm making you do it. Join the puppy Discord.
Yeah. Come, Sarah, you too can color.
The link is available in the puppy Discord. Hello, Apple. Welcome in. I'm doing good. We are having a good time coloring. Line art provided by Ever. Actually, you know, you may be my best friend, but I feel a little bit awkward and shy saying this, but I've always wanted to color your line art.
You can have asked whenever. I love doing line art.
I just feel like it's such a bother because I know it's like I would hate for someone to be like, "Hey, could you do this thing?" You know, and it's like you're not even interested in it. Or like,
I mean,
even if you are, I would feel weird asking still.
well, I don't mind. I mean, especially because you're just asking if you were asking me to draw or color something for you, then it would be.
I would
Yes,
literally
that
never.
would be. Thank you for respecting that boundary. I appreciate it. But line art's easy. Like unless it's something that I painted, in which case I don't have line art because it's a painting. Like for all the rest of the art, because I do everything on separate layers, I can literally just toggle it off and give you the line art in like 3 seconds.
I love coloring, even if I'm not very good at. Okay, so we have all of the greens.
You're gonna have to color Tainari eventually.
I think it's time. Maybe this is really distracting. Hold on. Like, what's a good background color while we maybe just leave it? Let's just toggle it off. But
there you go.
It's I don't know. I feel like I can see the colors better when I have a background.
Why? Well, what a lot of people do is put like a neutral color, like a gray, so you can see. Yeah.
Let's do that.
If you don't want to commit to a background yet.
That makes sense, because gray won't influence anything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we got the greens, we got the tree. Okay, so let's color like the two things that I know on him. Okay. So I know his hair is blue, like a dark blue-ish. This looks more like purple. There we go.
Just make it black, it's fine. Sari, you probably have seen it. There are 2 versions of the line art in the Discord. One is with a black filled background because I also was like, man, fuck this.
Maybe green for background.
A different green might be nice.
Like a green screen green? Or...
I didn't say that.
Alright, let's just color all of that in for now. Okay, so his hair is colored. Looks great. Okay. Don't know anything about the clothes he's wearing. I'm gonna guess it's Oh, okay, so if his hair is blue, this is his tail, right? I bet you his tail is also blue. Oh, this is a tail part. Oh, okay. Can't do that. I need to erase this. That is not a leaf.
Sure can.
I got bamboozled. How is everyone doing on their color along? Are you guys doing better than me? Do you have more colors slapped on your canvas than I do?
This will be different than the blend along, in which there was an open competition to do one very simple task.
I'm still at step 0, obtaining the line art. It's in the Discord, Chrono! Wait, should we pin it or something? It's definitely in the Discord.
Yeah, I'll pin it.
Thank you.
Glad you're here, Sari Desu.
Thank you, Sarah. Just for today, I will be removing the download link after. I don't know. I'm just really worried. I was like talking to Ever before stream, and I was like, I just, want to make sure that it's not, public for a really long time.
Also, you linked to only one version of the line art instead of the folder.
I thought I linked the folder, no?
No, you didn't.
Oops.
Hang on, I'm gonna click it again just to make sure you did not.
I goofed. That's why Lee was like, oh, I grabbed this version. I see. You can choose. It is 2 versions.
Well, they can't choose because they don't have the link.
Ever will post the link.
Alright, hang on.
Because I'm a useless baby, like Dorg says. A useless baby.
Hang on, where's the link at? Here it is. Lineart.
What if I do hair? Hair. Blue. I feel like I need to keep these separate because I'm gonna want to like color over it and I'm not gonna be able to if I don't. Okay, so if his hair is blue, he needs a green stripe on his hair. Let's what if we just use this green from the forest?
I love
Where's
the green
his
stripe
green
on his
stripe?
hair.
Is it here?
I'm not telling you.
Is it here?
This is your punishment for not checking our Genshin chat in which I posted Titanari pictures.
I'm right now there hasn't been any like interesting Genshin news for me. Like Sumeru is whatever. Like
You probably like El Haytham. He's an EK man that's more your flavor.
Does he have 2 green stripes? Let's see that. Nice. Okay. We'll fix
I love
all
when
of
people
the
do
separate layers for every color.
I do separate layers for every color if I'm not painting because it makes it easier to like edit and isolate stuff.
Yeah. I'm just worried about like not liking the colors that I put down, so I put separate colors so I can be able to like change it quickly. But I don't actually know how to art, so no one should take my advice. Not that you guys were here for my advice anyways.
I would die before I allowed myself to have 600 layers. I like having a lot of layers. One of the only things with Clash, there's a bunch of things I didn't like about Procreate, but one of the worst is having layer limits on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, Procreate, for various reasons, has a limited amount of layers depending on your file size. So there was like one design that I had to do like a spread for, and I think it was B5 size, which is like 8.5 by 11 or something like that. And so since it's 2 pages next to each other, it's a large enough file size that I could only have maximum 16 layers.
What?
And that was a bad time for me. I ended up having to like color each component in a separate file and then just bash them together at the end.
Oh my goodness. That sounds like such a headache. Okay, we'll probably fix the green later. I don't like that green. Oh, we missed some spots here. Oh, and he has earrings? Fancy. Those are worms. Oh, jungle worms. I see. Very well known for sticking to canine ears. I see. I just love how, like, your lines are. Because they're kind of fuzzy, they're kind of organic, they look very, like, natural. I guess is the right word to use.
This is done with the Sucreme pencil, which is something I've only heard about from CSP users. So of course it was the first thing I downloaded when I got CSP. Yeah. I still prefer the pencil brushes I had and my beloved glaze block brush, but this one is also a nice brush.
Your what brush?
Glaze block. It's just the brush that I like using in Procreate. Lee attempted to recreate it in CSP and got pretty close.
Oh, that was the one?
I see. It is quite difficult to make it.
Lee should probably share those brush settings with you.
Oh, I mean, they gave me the brush,
they did?
So,
okay.
Yeah.
I see. But it's not the same.
It's not the same. Not that that's Lee's fault. Procreate is just a mystery.
I got so close. All right. What is... I feel like maybe the gloves are also... Gloves and clothing, maybe. Nope, that's not the right thing. Cancel. This one. Gloves and clothing. The way Procreate applies texture is just fundamentally different from CSP. Is it?
Yeah, it's so like I showed Lee the like exact like brush shape because you can like view it in like the little brush maker whatever in Procreate. And in theory you would be able to just like copy that and then like make a new brush and tweak the settings, right? But even so it just doesn't like come out the same.
I see, I see. Tried your best, and yet
In the end.
it didn't even matter. Are his gloves? Okay, let's just do a dark color for the gloves, and let's do like an annoyingly bright green. I feel like that's kind of what it is. Like dark and green accent. Possibly.
We're just running on vibes here.
It's just hot vibes. What would make him look super hot? Just maybe this. On the plus side, I like the fake glaze block brush I made. That's all that matters.
Brush. Yeah, I mean, it's still just brush.
Wait, is he not? Is that glove? Oh, I see. Oh, it's one color. Okay, never mind. It's one color glove.
Or is it?
Or is it? Oh no! Oh, this is a leaf. Let's color this leaf in before I forget. Why is this should be behind? What am I doing? Okay, there we go.
Ooh. When you separate your colors out onto different layers, don't start drawing on the wrong layer.
Oh shit, this is trees.
Girl.
Oh. Uh-oh. It happened before. Okay. Okay, it's fine. There we go. I just needed to move it. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Yes, but that is a huge thing. Is coloring on the wrong layer. And then finding out that you colored everything on your gray background. This is a learn how to use a drawing program and nothing about the main task kind of thing for me. You just gotta slap some color down.
Yeah, is that all?
Yeah, that's you know, that's how we do.
God, I wish. God, I hate coloring. I know I already said it, but man, I hate coloring.
You had to emphasize it one more time. I hate coloring.
Yeah, I really hate coloring.
But you color so well. Like all of your, like I really, okay, first off, the one with Venti and Xiao with your ruffle lace cloud veil thing, that one is really pretty. I love how soft it is. But then I like your other ones where it's like the hot pink neon, like, you know, blues and stuff. That looks good too. Did you just color?
It's all about just struggle clubbing until something happens. And also using gradient maps. What are those ledge mushroomy things on the tree? They are exactly as you described. Ledge
mushroom things.
Literally tree mushrooms.
That's how tree mushrooms grow. Okay, I feel like it would also be here. That's the wrong color. There. Is this too dark? I feel like maybe it needs to be darker. Or maybe it needs to be more saturated instead of dull. Okay, so that's his underclothes. I don't understand. Is his stuff like tied? Cape thing. Ribbons. I don't know what I'm looking at. Where are his legs? He doesn't have legs. It's okay.
He does. You just sort of colored them in green for some reason.
Oh, is it that bit there?
Mm-hmm.
I see.
I'm just gonna. I can't see where you're pointing, so I'm just gonna assume yes.
I see. Oh wait, I think I see it. Okay, so I need to erase this bit here. I think this is what you're referencing. Wait, Lee said I didn't have to do this. Okay, just color in the pants.
Yeah, if you're gonna color over it, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter what's underneath.
Yep. Have to be organized with your color layers, and you can save a little bit of time.
Oh, oh, I think the music ran out. 1 second. Let's find some more Animal Crossing. New Horizons. Music to study and chill. Sleep to. Interesting.
Are you studying, chilling, or sleeping?
We're doing none of those. Oh wait, we're chilling.
Or none of those.
We're chilling. This one is considerably softer. Let me bump it up a little bit.
But with 600 color layers, I hope you can keep track of what goes on top where. Well, I'm not an animal. I also label my layers. And I use a lot of folders to keep track of stuff.
I assume this is also his leg. Let's just say yes. Okay, I think... Yes, I think that's his leg. Okay, and then... let's see. Maybe this is gold?
Maybe. I love how you just, like, left all of his face blue. Because you filled it in front of his hair.
I haven't decided if I'm gonna make him light-skinned or dark-skinned.
Ah, I see.
But I think dark-skinned, because it might look cooler. Is he light-skinned?
Yes.
Oh, well, I'm gonna color dark.
But I mean, color whatever you want. I also colored him a bit darker toned.
Gem thing. Hold on. Thing. Well, you said it was like a disc, right?
Yeah. Well, I said it looks like a disc, but I think it's supposed to be like a stylized magnifying glass, but I am not sure.
How do I make this color look right?
Choosing colors. Agony.
I don't know how to do this. I assume that this is part of it. I'm just gonna guess here. Like a little wing thing. This looks Genshin, right?
This looks Genshin, right? Question mark.
This is definitely looks like a Genshin thing. Did you guys see? I know you saw it, but have you guys seen the YouTube video where Mihoyo commissioned some guy to make Ganyu's bow? Thundering Impact. It looks cool as hell.
Thundering Impact? You mean Thundering Pulse?
Thundering Pulse.
It's not even Ganyu's bow, it's Yoimiya's bow, but I do think it's really funny that he bought a Ganyu cosplay to wear to the shooting range.
I thought it was hilarious. Like, absolutely. So funny.
I mean, yeah. You can respect a dude that's gonna commit to the bit.
Hell yeah. Wow, this is really bright. Oh well. It'll just be a very, very bright, very bright
magnifying
gem.
disc thing.
I'm just making this a gem. Oh, Hermes was
okay.
hanging out with me. I love you, Hermes. Hello, baby boy.
He wasn't going downstairs to be a nuisance this time?
Nah. I mean, he took a bath, so he's just chilling. He's drying off.
Does he get weird after taking a bath?
He is like very he gets kind of like all, how do I describe it? Like he wants to rub his face into all of the dirty things. Is honestly the best way to describe that. Like,
dude, Cassie is like that too.
really?
Yeah, I remember like a couple of times after like Ash had to like rinse her paws off, or like, so not even like a full bath, but also especially after she had been given a bath like at his parents' place, she would just run around like tearing up that house, just like running around like crazy and jumping on like the couches and stuff and rubbing her face into them.
Dang.
So that's why I was wondering if that's just a dog thing or if that was like a weird Cassie thing.
No, Hermes also will run around rubbing his face into all of like the dirty stuff after he just got a bath, and I'm like, dude, fucking why?
He's got to put his protective coat of mud back on like a Monster Hunter monster.
Ugh, no. How could you, Hermes? Wow, that's really bright. Also really bright. Better. I'm making this painting so dark.
Your color choices have been very interesting. I'm
Have
also
they?
very interested to see where Lee
I'm
or Sarah
trying.
or Chrono
I
take
know,
theirs.
guys. Can you post your? I want to wait. Do I want to cheat? No, because then I'll be influenced by your color choices. Don't show me.
Yeah,
maybe
no whips
ever.
in chat. I mean, you can show me, just don't let it. I can delete them or delete them after so you don't see them.
Yeah, I'm not looking.
Alright, if you feel like posting a whip, you're free to. But if not, we can also wait until end of stream.
Because I feel like I'm trying to pick more muted colors because I know like that's what you usually do. But also I don't have an eye for color at all.
Depends on the mood of a picture. I usually do more muted colors, but like the venti painting I posted yesterday, I just went balls to the walls, bright
oh my
colors.
God, it was so cute. I mean, it was still muted, I would say. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just how I feel like when I see, because your colors, although it is quite bright, it's still like it's not saturated.
Yeah, well, that's true.
This doesn't look dark enough. Okay, well, hold on. Let's just color it in, and then we can change it in a second.
Oh, Lee sent me their whip. It looks great.
Is it beautiful? I bet you it's beautiful.
Man, coloring.
I think I may have. Okay, there we go. Better. He's so muscular.
I think I probably made him a little bit more cut than he really is.
In game.
I mean, it doesn't make sense for characters that wield physical weapons. Like, I do this with Shao too, because I also draw him with a lot more muscle than he actually has in his like concept art or his in-game model. It's like fucking swinging or like pulling a bowstring or swinging around a polearm. You can't have noodle arms for that shit.
You gotta be fit, physically fit, especially if you have a job like going out to do like field surveys and stuff. You gotta know how to defend yourself, especially in a world like Genshin.
All 7 of the dogs I've had would also rub against things after a bath. Okay, so it is just a weird dog thing.
Dogs just being dogs.
I will also comment that you have managed to make him look slightly thoughtier than he actually does.
Wait, really? Whoopsies. Well, I like my version more.
I love your version. It's great. Janari can have a thirsty outfit too.
Hell yeah. Alright, how do I make this darker?
Also, I know it's unintentional because you haven't colored the white of his eyes, but it makes it look like the dark sclera also looks unintentionally super badass.
I will keep it. We'll keep it. Now he looks too much like the trees. Hold on. How do I make this look like a skin color?
I mean, it is a skin color. It's just... Grano says, my whip is still just line art. You know what?
No.
We all go at our own pace.
Let me color this in very tight. Oh, nope, we're not clipping. I know what clipping does. I learned that from you. I never knew what clipping did before.
Clipping masks. God's tools.
Okay, so that looks okay, right? I told you it to throw you off. Oh, I mean, no, definitely. Oh, airbrush red into it. Oh.
That is bad advice.
Wait, let's just try Lee's advice.
I don't even know how to do that.
Airbrush. Where's the
And
airbrush?
tomato
Here it
juice.
is. Airbrush. Let's do what, like 100?
100 would be like the full color, right?
Nope.
Or are you talking about opacity or like volume?
No, I
Yeah,
was
see?
thinking brush
That's how
size.
you make a skin tone look real skin tone-y.
Nope, that's still too much. I need a bigger brush.
You could probably don't go fire engine red and maybe pick a more like
Fire engine
blush.
red!
Maybe pick a more like pinkish or reddish warm color. Just a light pink red airbrush gently altered for skin tone.
Oh yeah,
red
it
or
is
bronze for
pushing
darker
it.
skin
It
tone.
is pushing it a little bit more like a human color.
Say,
Alright,
I am learning
we'll
things
just
about how
keep
to color.
this. Alright. That looks good. I guess we'll color the ribbons? Okay, that goes under clothing, I think. I can't wait until I have all of the base colors laid out, because then that's when the real coloring happens, right?
Depends on your technique. For example, Lee has gone the opposite direction.
Coloring each portion?
Doing value work first, which is like, for example, like using limited colors or like grayscale only to set up like kind of how the image is going to be rendered with like your light sources and paying attention to contrast and things like that. So some people do that and then apply colors after.
How do you apply the colors on top of that though?
There's multiple techniques. Like, I think the formal term is called glazing. Like, you do all of your rendering in grayscale, and then I think you like set it to multiply or something, and then color under some shit like that. I don't know. You can tell I don't do this technique.
Yes, I definitely can tell. I apply the colors underneath. Oh, I see. Yes, it's exactly as you thought. Why can't I color anymore?
My strategy for coloring is just throw a whole bunch of shit onto the canvas at the same time, get really like I said, butt mad about it, give up, come back after a couple of hours and put a gradient map on it, and then multiply layer for shadows and call it done.
I'm pretty sure this isn't right, but you know what? I like pink, so I'll give him a pink ribbon.
I think just dressing Tainari in your Mizu, whatever the fuck the monster, Mizusune is. Yeah, Mizusune gear that you got yesterday. Never bicycle man for someone. I do bicycle man myself about coloring constantly. Mine would be like Lee's method is the equivalent of like doing keyframes for animation, and mine is just straight ahead animation.
uh... Oh wait, this
I
is
got
under.
distracted.
I can color like this. Okay, cool. I have to remember which layers are on top and which are on bottom. So then I can
That's why I
easily...
like coloring merch art but not illustrations. Merch art is easy. It's just like a little junk food of an art.
Junk
Just
food?
Yeah, it's just like easy and simple, and it's like a really small picture. There's no background.
So funny. I should try coloring the way you did it, where you were like selecting and then filling.
I don't recommend that.
No? I see. Okay.
No, it's just more button clicks.
I see. I have to remember
which layers are on top and which are on bottom. Task that is made much easier by having only 3 layers, am I right?
I mean, yeah, but I'm separating out each of the colors and we're having, you know, we gotta stay organized. I'm making a list. My layers are my list.
We do know how Princess loves her lists.
I love lists. I fucking love lists. Thank you for the hydrate, Batonia.
Honestly, I think the Evertone was my magnum opus art. You know, Evertone was extremely good art, so you should be proud of yourself. Okay?
We love the Evertone. So great.
You should just have the Evertone, like a small version of it on a stand in the background of your fake bedroom for your just chatting.
Oh, you're right. I should.
Yeah,
I
just put it on display.
You're right. I should totally do that.
Making a list, checking it twice, still can't find where I put the damn detail layer. Fuck it, I'm making a new one. When I do actual painting, I do color everything on a single layer, which is nice not having to fuck around and like find where you put stuff, so I get what Leah's saying, but also it makes editing like way more punishing later because I can't separate stuff out. So as long as you're really confident, it's fine, but if you mess up, oh boy.
Oh boy. It's time to revisit. I can't tell what this stuff inside is supposed to be. Is that... Oh, I think it's his... undershirt? Pants.
It's something.
Probably pants. Let's do...
Will she figure it out? Who knows?
Let's do just we'll fill it in for pants. That looks maybe right.
We're not sure.
Not sure at all. Oh, somehow that filled everything for here. Oh, you know what? It's because I moved stuff. I need to erase this. There we go.
I'm a psychopath and edit things right on the thing. As long as it looks good at Final Res, nobody will know.
Nobody will know.
I
How
just
are
have
they
to
gonna
future-proof things for myself, because I know I'm gonna keep picking and editing something.
How would they know ever?
It's not if anyone else knows, it's the fact that I know.
Okay, I have to so carefully color around here. Alright.
You gotta be so careful. As we like to say.
Man, Leah's right, though. If only I could just do this coloring on one layer instead.
I mean, you could. Nothing's stopping you.
Yeah, but I, like you, I mean, not like you, but also like you, want to be able to change. Because, I mean, like, unlike you and Lee, I have no experience coloring shit, so I'm probably going to be changing the color of things like 10 million times.
like the purple background.
Exactly like the purple background. Hold on, let's check in on the purple background. Nope, that looks even worse now. That looks even worse. I don't know what happened, but it looks so bad. Okay, so as an adventurer, I feel like you wouldn't want a white cape thing. You would probably want a cape that's like darker colored, but it's okay. We're just gonna do this.
Do whatever your heart tells you.
We're gonna do it.
Just dress him like he's in Monster Hunter World. He's culling the Mizutsune population, even though Mizutsune is not in Monster Hunter World.
That's kind of bright, but we might just redo this after. Oh wait, what am I doing? I can just do this. I forgot this tool existed.
Style. Yeah, the stopgap fill-in.
Wait, nope, that's the wrong color. This one. So that's under. Wait, how does that... How is this cape thing happening? This doesn't look right. Hold on. I have to examine this a little bit more. I don't think this looks right.
I will also say that when I draw stuff, it's always funny when people like ask me like, oh, how do you like draw folds or like make like hair like so flowy or realistic? I'm like, man, I don't fucking know. I just draw whatever looks cool. There's like the rule of cool. If it looks good, it's fine. Is it realistic? No. Does it matter? Also no.
Hold on, I need a wine refill. 1 second. Did you like my sippy cup of wine?
Yeah, I noticed. Very distinguished sippy cup.
This is because I am drinking around technology, and one bad spill, and my technology will no longer work.
Is this specifically designed to be a wine sippy cup, or is it just a sippy cup that you put wine in?
I got it at Michael's, and I think it was in the wine like section. Like, you know how like you can customize cups and stuff for people? And they had this specifically for like in the summer. You know how you can't bring glass to pools?
Okay, I don't know that, but go on.
So instead of bringing like wine glasses, you can bring these like plastic wine cups. And then you won't get dinged and shooed off of the property.
Gotcha. Interesting.
Delicious.
Man, I cannot imagine going to public pools in the last 2.5 years.
Yeah.
It's just people soup.
It's, when you say it that way, it's so gross.
Although I guess it's not soup, since unlike the Korean like or Asian style spas, it's not warm water, so I guess it's just people drink. That's not right either.
Okay, I'm gonna do his cape, I think, on a separate...
More layers, more layers.
Separate layer.
I will drink the primordial soup. Rhymes as people gazpacho. For no people.
Cold brew? Human boba? Oh my god. You guys are
people cold
so
brew, actually.
gross.
Cold brew's a good one.
Gross. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
The people's gazpacho. You know what? I know gazpacho is a type of soup or something, but I don't know what it's like. Gazpacho. Andalusian gazpacho. A cold soup and drink made out of raw blended vegetables. Widely eaten in Spain and Portugal, especially during hot summer, since it is refreshing and cool. It's good.
Sounds delicious.
By the way, I told some people about your tomato soup tech. Your tomato bisque tech of dropping an entire piece of brie in it.
Isn't it amazing?
Yeah, I mean, I liked it.
It's so good.
Your message wasn't posted due to conflicts with the channel's moderation settings. What the fuck are you posting, Dory?
What'd you post? Oh, did you try to post the word, flesh?
No.
Because that's a word I've absolutely banned on my channel. It's not allowed. Not allowed at all. Did you finish Jump King Immortal? I did not. I took a break yesterday.
We're not talking about that today.
I got very upset yesterday, so we're doing coloring because it's very relaxing. But welcome in, dude. I hope you're having a good evening.
We're having a chill stream. We're not thinking about Immortal Bear, the things that did or didn't happen in it.
Oh, I colored on the wrong layer.
Girl, I need to find that perennial meme about drawing on the wrong layer. Hold on.
Hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay, I think... Okay, so it's fine. Cape goes
Alright.
under. Okay, we're good, we're good. I fixed it.
I found it. I'll put it in the memes channel tonight on coloring stream.
It's something. It's definitely something. This is a choice. Alright. I feel like we did a good job, maybe, so far. We're gonna color... I feel like, hold on. Maybe it needs to be a little bit brighter. It's just a tad too dark. That works for me. How do I look at something in grayscale so I can tell if everything looks okay?
I don't know how to do that in Fire Alpaca.
Let's see. It has to be like one of these color. Oh, what? Is this what you guys are talking about? These gradients? What is this?
I'm on a delay, so I don't know yet. That's just a gradient thing.
Okay, never mind. What are you guys talking about, gradient maps?
Gradient map is different than this. Also, Lee is giving you some directions. Make a new layer on top, fill it in black, change the layer type to color.
Fill it in black. I can do that.
So just fill black.
The blending mode to color. Ooh, oh, this is fancy.
Lee has so much knowledge.
Lee is so smart when it comes to art. What the heck? This looks okay-ish. I feel like the trees could be darker, but I mean, this needs to be darker. Hold on. This cape is going to be the death of me. Let's do like that color. Ooh, I like that. Okay, hold on. Let's check. Cool. Okay, that looks good. Praise Lee more. I am simply a Katamari ball of all the knowledge others have shown me before. At least you are learning and absorbing. And that's more than others can it's more than others can say. That's all I'll say about that topic. Let's zoom in and color this leaf. I missed it on the initial color through. Alright. It's because I drink the Gross. Absolutely disgusting.
because I drink the primordial soup. Yeah, maybe if you drank the primordial soup, you too would absorb the collective memories of all who came before you.
That's nasty as hell. Alright, are we ready to actually color? Possibly. Okay, so how do I do this? Well, maybe we should color him first. Hair is, yeah, okay, let's start with this. Maybe I'll use this brush. That looks okay. So I do want maybe a closer, more white-ish color to color in his thing. His fluffy... Nope, it's too soft. Let's use the pen for now. His fluffy ears. Oh, you know what? We need to paint this inside ear pink. Because that's... I assume the inside of his ear is pink. But,
Yep. I mean, you assume correctly.
I don't know how pink it is. Oops, wait, redo. Okay, that's fine. I forget that, like, these buttons are... I shortcutted these buttons at one point, and then I never touched it again, so...
That's kind of been my experience right now. I had, like, when I was using Photoshop before, I had a razor target that I used. I had like 40 keybinds that I got really accustomed to using. And then when I switched to Procreate, like, I mean, can't do shit with it. So it's just like, got used to just coloring or drawing with basically 2 controls, and that's it. And now that I'm back to CSV, it's like, oh boy, I gotta learn how to shortcut again.
Ooh, big oof. I feel like this is too bright still.
It's very Easter Bunny pink.
Yeah, I thought so. This is too dull. Hold on. How do you pick colors? How does one choose colors?
With pain and suffering.
Pain and suffering. I see. Got it.
I sound like I'm being facetious, but I'm not. Legitimately, the only advice I can possibly think of that is to just develop a mental library of like color palettes and stuff.
Together.
Yeah.
I see. I don't even know color theory, so you know. I just know that, like, when you do this, it's supposed to look semi-okay, and, like, the values of a photo should kind of go well together.
Well, values and color theory are 2 separate things, right? Like, values is, if you're looking at it in black and white, then values is how bright or dark something is.
Yeah.
But color is hue, or, so that's not, like,
I guess I was talking more in,
disciple.
like, when you're mixing paints, you have to make sure that when you're mixing and coloring, your paints are, like, the same value. Because otherwise,
oh, yeah, so
it's gonna look whack as hell.
Yeah, it can get all like muddy and unclear looking.
Yeah.
I mean, you probably know more color theory than you think. Like basic color combination, like complementary colors, right?
I sort of know that stuff.
Like red and green are complements, purple, orange, blue, yellow.
I also know that if you mix things on opposite sides of the color wheel, they become less saturated. is what it was. Like, it cancels out the other color.
Yeah. The important thing to know is that color theory is just theory. Yeah, that's
It's just theory.
I mean, yeah.
Which means you can do whatever you want.
Literally, anytime someone asks me for art advice, it's just, here's what I do, but also I didn't go to school. This is just literally YOLO'd from I think it looks neat, so please take this with a grain of salt, and also just do whatever you want, because it'll probably work out eventually.
I think it just looks neat.
Yeah. Marge Simpson's potato, I just think it's neat.
Should not have put the ear and this blue color on the same layer.
I do have to. It's funny because you're like, I want to separate things on layers so they're easy to edit, and then you still combine a bunch of stuff on the same layer.
I know, it's bug wild.
You're not even using a clipping mask for shading. You mad woman.
Wait.
What did I?
You're right.
Do a clipping mask, and then it's easier to erase the parts where you don't want them.
Oh my god, you're a genius. Clip. Ear. Alright. We got this. We can. We totally got this, you guys.
Incredible.
Incredible. Wait.
Oh. Someone put Chinese characters in their shop order. I hope this label will print.
Okay. I hope this looks okay-ish. Okay, let's just erase the rest. Erase our sins.
What's Bob Ross say? It's just like, there's no mistakes, just happy accidents or whatever.
Yeah, it's a happy little accident.
There you go.
That looks way too bright. Is there like a blur thing that I can do?
I mean, just tone down the color that you're using instead of like the very like white tinted pink. Choose a more. There we go.
That looks correct. Sort of. I have no idea.
We're just coloring based on vibes.
What I'm doing. Vibes were. And then I can do another layer that's clipped. And color the hair now. Is this just what you do, like, all the time?
What, drawing, coloring?
Like, is this how you color?
Sort of, but not really. I mean, the bones of it are more or less the same.
I see. Hold on. We never finished coloring in everything. We should probably do that first. I'm using like the most humongous brush. This is.
You sure are.
Fantastic. The fill tool didn't do everything. It didn't do the entire job. Like it was
If you had
to.
I'm sure there's probably, well, actually maybe not since it's Fire Alpaca, but maybe it has an ability to color under like it does in CSP, as I have just learned from Lee.
I don't know how to do that, and that sounds way too complicated.
You know, there wasn't really an option to do that in Photoshop either, so like back when I used to use Photoshop, and I was better at like, or didn't use pencil brushes, so I pretty much had clotheslines. I had like a macro that I set up for one of my keybinds to like magic wand select an area and then go to the select menu and expand the selection by like 3 pixels so it would catch that under area and not have those awkward pixels showing.
I like
it was easier to set up macros.
Maybe you think there wasn't like a way to do it, but I think there actually was, and you just.
I'm sure there probably is, and I just didn't know how to do it and made up my own stupid way to get around it.
Yeah, that's so funny.
There's probably a lot of things in Photoshop that I don't know about. Similarly to how there were so many things in Blender that neither of us know about. Like adding a torus.
Add torus.
Add torus. Just find the donut tool.
There's a donut button in Blender. If you guys didn't know, if you're coming here for the first time tonight, there is a thank you for the hydrate, Petunia. There is a donut button.
I mean, it is what it is.
Gotta go to work. Have a good stream at night, kitties. Thank you, Batonia. Have a good night. I hope you have a good day at work. Good night. Good night. All right. So we gotta do this, and then what so we just start coloring, right?
I like how I say what we just start coloring like you're not already 2 hours into a stream of coloring.
We just start coloring. Where does the light come from? I don't know.
That's for you to decide.
Uh-oh. What if we have... Okay. Oh, I forgot. Motherfucker. Hold on. Can I just... That looks okay. What if I... Wait, hold on. Undo clipping. Okay, it's fine. Let's just put this on top because I don't like how it keeps coloring over the ear.
That's big maps that we just get to do.
Okay, there we go. Now we'll color the hair properly. Properly, however, color the... How color? That... I don't like that brush. What about this brush? No, don't like it. Well, what if I do less? Nope, don't like it. How do I color? Oh no!
Remember 2 hours ago when you were like, how hard can coloring be?
How hard can coloring be? Maybe not that hard.
As it turns out, pretty hard.
It'll be okay. We'll just put it on really low opacity and work with like a really big brush, and then, you know, maybe it'll be okay.
Oh yeah? Is that what we're assuming?
Yes. Look at this. It's looking great already. I don't know what I'm doing.
I like how you say those statements back to back. It's great. Pause. I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh my goodness. Wait, why isn't the ear...
It's because you switched the layer order.
I hate everything. We can do this.
So where do I post my web? You can put it in the personal... What do you have it? Creative Gallery. And then we can just delete it before Princess sees.
I'm not looking, I promise.
No peeking.
No peeking is happening.
I'm making my way so slowly through doing my data entry because I'm trying to watch stream at the same time.
Nothing exciting, I promise. Nothing exciting is happening on stream. Please feel free to focus on your work.
I mean, it's more exciting than data entry.
I'm just coloring very badly is what's happening here.
You are doing your best.
Doing my best. Just gonna erase the coloring from the ear and this stuff. Oh, but I kind of like it with the... Okay, I gotta maybe airbrush that portion. I should have done this on a separate layer. Idiot.
Constant refrain.
True. Okay, what if I just select it? What if I do the crazy thing that you said not to do?
You can do whatever you want. I seem to recall saying, probably don't do that, and then paused and said, or actually just do whatever you want.
Do whatever you want. That's not the right tool. That's the magic select tool. We want this one. Okay. That's minus. Shift is add. We'll just slowly add this earpiece in. Okay, we are getting there. Oops. Subtract. Add.
I have learned how to export. Good job, Chrono. Let's see. Oh, interesting. Chrono has also selected a very muted color palette.
Muted colors for everybody!
I like it, I like it. Now you just have to get started on coloring Tighnari. Whoever dressed Tighnari, turn on your location. I just want to talk. You know, he's the person that designed him is an illustrator named Paco, who did the character designs for a bunch of like characters in Fate Grand Order. So I was quite surprised to find out that he was the person that designed Tighnari's outfit. Although, to be honest, like, while there's, like, a lot of details and, like, different colors and things happening in Tighnari's outfit, I feel like it's his character model and splash art that kind of does him a disservice, because I've definitely seen plenty of fan artists draw him that can make him look really good. Oh, you are erasing his ear.
I got it, don't worry. I was just filling stuff in. And redoing some. Okay, so we gotta redo this. Oh wait, I gotta do the thing that I did not do at the start of this stream.
Which was
save.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good idea.
So hold on real quick because I forgot that you're probably going to see
all your files.
All my files, which would not be a good thing.
Now that I'm looking at your just chatting screen, I think we should like Photoshop some little shelves above your bed and just put like
there.
Put the Tamatone there. Put like some sort of trophy to signify which Jump King maps you've eaten so far.
Oh my god, that would be great. You're right.
Right? That'd be cute.
That would be fantastic. Gonna add this here. Tighnari coloring. Okay. We've saved it. We're ready to go back. Okay, I just needed to protect you guys from seeing more behind the veil than you guys already do.
Why do you make it sound like you have something really suspicious behind the veil?
I have nothing suspicious behind the veil, I promise.
Uh-huh.
I absolutely promise.
I can't believe this stream idea is working. All part of a devious plan to have other people color my art for me so I don't have to do it.
Are you getting some good ideas?
No, I mean, I'm not gonna do it. You guys are doing it.
It's hilarious.
I already attempted and gave up. And when I commit all the way, whether it's committing to doing it or committing to giving up.
I see, I see. Okay, so I feel like maybe if I do like a smaller brush, I just color this in. This is too bright. What if I do this and then make it a little less bright? I don't know how to color like the ear fuzz inside of like a wolf ear.
I mean, it looks fine the way that you went. It is pretty tough to blend like random furry fluff into hair. Yeah, that's why I see like a lot of furry art will either make the hair fluff, like the ear fluff the same color as hair, or they just make it like two very clearly distinguished, like separate sections.
I see, I see. Like, what if there was like a hair piece just covering it? That would be so much more convenient.
Yes, so I'll give you this one for free. The fact that I didn't do that should clue you in onto what color his ear fluff is.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope, we're sticking
Alright.
with this. This is
Alright.
this is what we're doing. We're just gonna try our best to blend it in naturally.
Alright. Good on you. Do your thing.
Naturally. That direction looks better. Alright, and then we're gonna erase this section here. Oops. Okay, that looks okay-ish. Let me just blush it out, blur it out a lot. When in doubt, just blur, blur, blur.
I see this as your key operative strategy.
Look, it just looks, it's a bunch of PDFs on being a baby. Okay, so we got the hair sort of. Now we need to do the green bit.
Uh-huh.
Green hair. Okay, what color to make the green hair bit? Oh, you know what? I kind of wanted to also do like a... I'll do it later. I wanted to make the sides a little bit brighter.
Yeah, I saw you had the green stripes on the side before that you
I
erased.
colored it and then colored over it.
Yeah. Sometimes it'd be like that.
Just gonna use pen. It's just obnoxiously green.
You know what? I have a question for Lee, who I assume is still listening. Is it some secret or like add-on you can do for like CMYK and CSP? Because my initial research has told me no, but my research into CSP has also been historically flawed. So. Oh, I'd love to be able to do all my merch in one program without having to export, but I am not sure that's going to be possible. It's a bit weird. Uh-oh, I don't like where that's going. Because I know CSP was originally a manga studio from what I remember, and since it was primarily used for making comics, like it's black and white, so CMYK didn't matter. But I personally don't do a lot of CMYK, but you can do it. Oh.
I assume his hair is something like that.
Pretty close, actually.
Oh, damn. Cool. I'm good. Okay.
Oh,
Nice.
Such confidence. The
Nice.
return of the princess confidence.
Nice, nice.
Princess gets a single step right. I'm a genius.
I'm a genius. I liked it brighter. Hold on. Maybe we can do like something like this. Nope. I like it really bright. I'm just gonna do it
Why
so
not?
it's bright. Alright, it's just gonna stay like that. Alright, skin. Let's color his skin. Not face, but I think this is the correct layer.
I guess we'll find out. I'll DM you this since I have a picture. Okay, cool. Thanks, Lee. I haven't made any new merch yet, but I would like to be prepared. I want to make sticky notes again. I like making sticky notes.
The sticky notes were so popular. I feel
Yeah,
like.
I mean, terrible profit margin, but I use them, so I like making stuff that's actually practical. Oh, remind me to show you later. I got a picture from my menu of the new venti charms I made, and they're so stinking cute.
New venti charms.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
The only solo character merch that I've made is only Venti.
Sounds about right.
I have to have a special place in my heart for me to willingly draw solo character art. Okay, I did it. I finished step 1 of my data entry.
Nice. I feel like maybe I don't. How does light work?
Excuse me?
I've seen light hit things my entire life, but how does light actually work? I don't know.
Well, okay, so here's the tip that a lot of beginner artists use, which is like draw an imaginary sun like on your canvas, and then like just try to visualize where the light will fall if the sun was in that position, right? Or like light source.
Imaginary sun. We'll do it.
Yeah, or light source, like a lamp or something.
Here is my imaginary sun.
I see you're making it the size of an actual sun.
Actually, though, okay, wait. This looks actually really good. I think if, like, I had...
Yeah,
right? With the framing, too?
It's because you've got this nice... It really pops the contrast between Tighnari's dark hair and skin versus the white. So, okay, since the light source is in front of him, that means most of what we're going to see is going to be in shadow, right? Because the light is going to be hitting the side of Tighnari's body and the trees and the plants that are facing away from us. So you could probably just get away with doing like rim lighting where like that light just kind of bleeds over the edge, of those surfaces.
Now you pour blue over the whole image and make it backlit with rim lighting.
It's true. Rim lighting is just like the other artist cheat code. I also do rim lighting when I've reached the DGAF stage.
DGAF! I don't care. Just do this. Do whatever.
Yeah, it's like I spent so long working on this. I like the composition. I like the line art. I hate coloring, as we have established. I'm just gonna put rim lighting on this and call it a day.
This isn't world first Savage Racing. Hey, MT. This is absolutely not world first, but
this is Princess's first complicated adult coloring book.
I should not have done this. I like it, but also we should just go back to what it was before. Because we have established that this will be the light. So if I'm just gonna fill it
Did you put a white on gray, or did you erase a hole in the gray? I can't tell from...
I just put a white on gray.
Oh, yeah, just make it a separate layer then.
I'm an idiot. Hold on. How do I do that?
Just fill this layer back with your gray colors. So like use eyedropper or something and just fill in that white circle, and then make a new layer and put in your light source.
Nice. I made it a bit bigger. There we go. Alright. Alright, I can reference that when I, okay, back to coloring his skin, I guess. We'll try our best. Okay, so if this is... Do I want to draw... What color should we do for rim light? If this is in moonlight, it would be blue, like Lee said. But if we were doing like a sunset... Do I want to do that to myself?
Getting fancy.
Do I want to do... Okay, hold on. Since Lee said blue, let's do blue. What's a good blue color to color this in? Do I have to color in M?
I think Lee is suggesting you just dump a blue layer. So here's another cheat code. Just put on like a blue layer over the entire thing, set it to multiply, lower the opacity, and it'll just tint everything blue to give you that sort of nighttime feel. And then you can just add rim lighting on another layer. Or, yeah.
But I would need to do the lighting now, right? And then the blue wash after?
No, I mean, you can do it kind of in either order.
Oh,
Just
it's so
adjust your
confusing.
colors.
That's so confusing. Why is art so confusing?
CMYK slider.
What's this brush do? I don't even know all the brushes I have. That
Or
gives
any
a
other
fuzzy. Oh, what if we give him little hold on. There's the hair.
Just put in little prisms there for no reason. Why not? Do what you want.
Love it. He has, and it landed right perfectly right between his hair. It's perfect. All right, let's leave it.
Why
there.
not?
I love it.
Do whatever you want. That's all I can say about art.
Absolutely love it. All right. What was I going? Was I going? Okay, hold on. That's not the right layer. Let's stick to our correct layers here. I don't like that brush. Hold on. Why do all these brushes suck? Because I'm not using it right.
Aren't you just extolling the virtue of the brush store?
The brush store that I don't know how to use? Yes, absolutely. Okay. If I erase a small bit... Nope. What the heck? What if I... Oh, I'm already confusing myself. I'm already confusing myself. Why didn't that do why didn't the erase do the thing I wanted it to do?
I have no idea what you're trying to do right now. So.
Okay, here we go. Just slowly carve out the cheek, like when you put makeup on. Just carve out the facial features. Alright, that looks something. It's something.
I do have to color in Mr. Thigh Person. It's Tainari. It doesn't even sound like thigh.
Is that how you're supposed to say his name? Tainari?
It's how the game pronounces it.
I
can't vouch for that being like correct in perhaps the original language, but it's how the game VAs have been saying it.
I see. So I'll just color, like, outline him in a lighter color, right? Because that's the light is hitting these portions of his skin. Yes. Sort of. Just color this. It's fine. Alright, and then when we put a blue over it, it'll look fine. Everything will look fine. How do I color his tail? Oh, I should have colored it with his hair. Let's steal some color. Oh, can't believe I have to color all these leaves in later. This is going to be something.
I was gonna say, how are you feeling about your overall coloring experience?
I'm enjoying it, even if I'm whining and griping about it. It is quite fun.
Okay, good.
This is just adult coloring book. There's no pressure because I didn't actually do this line art and I have no idea who this character is. So it's fine, I guess.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Everything. Oh wait, you know what? I think there's a fur brush actually. Maybe I can use that.
Nice. Twitch got back to me already. We have reviewed your safety report and determined that a violation of our terms of services or community guidelines occurred. As a result, enforcement action has been taken. Eat shit, random doxer.
Nice. Get
No
fucked.
tolerance. No tolerance for bad behavior.
Yes. I like to say be kind to people, but that doesn't mean be a doormat, because if people are mean, you have a... What's it called? You now have a...
Go on.
What's that English word?
Go on.
Inside out. Thank you for the toy bone. You are now allowed to, you know, shoot back.
To retort?
Yes, something like that.
I don't know. Don't bring that up, Chrono.
English is not my first language. Imagine your dad walks in on you streaming while saying goo goo gaga and being like, Princess, what the fuck? It makes sense in context. In what context does you say goo goo gaga to a streamer make sense? Why
do all my thoughts
sound
like stories?
Because you have very fantastic bees. Ooh.
Dork just participates in stream of consciousness writing.
And it's all very fantastic. Look at this!
Oh, you got a scratchy sort of texture brush going on here.
For the fur.
You gotta love the logic of like Kimomo Mimi type characters. That's just, they have furry ears and a tail and fur nowhere else on their body.
That's how they get you.
Man, Dork says, people are condescending to me all the time. That's why I don't last in any community for long. Oh, I hope you don't feel that way here.
I really hope you don't feel that way, because we really do. Like, I mean, I can't speak for everyone, but from the bottom of my heart, I enjoy your funny stories, and I know that you possibly put a lot of time and effort into them, which is why I also had to put the same effort and meet you right up there with my calligraphy.
Yeah, actually.
I was like, Dory spent so much time probably crafting this nice story for us to read early in the morning. I have to respond in only the way I know how.
I do enjoy reading Dork stories.
They're very funny, and I love them.
Besides, we're too busy redirecting all of our condescending energy to Princess
me.
when she fights a killer.
I do enough for everybody here.
It's just meeting the quotient for everybody.
What if I just do like less of a opacity? There we go.
It's just a lightning rod for it. That's certainly true.
I'll
I'm reading professional now.
I'll be your Iron Giant. You stay, I go.
No.
Oh,
stop.
I'm gonna cry.
So upsetting.
Even like after all these years, just seeing and hearing that bit again just makes me want to cry all over again.
Very upsetting.
It is. Is this the illusion of fur? Is this happening?
You've definitely got a texture in there.
Yeah. Okay. That looks fine. That looks.
Adding textures is like my ultimate hurdle. Well, okay, one of many ultimate hurdles that I experienced.
I like
as
how
an
you had
artist.
to fix that.
Yeah, no, because it's like, I mean, I feel like I've gotten a little bit better at it, but when I first started drawing again and like doing digital art a couple years ago, like my greatest source of pain was always feeling like everything I drew is very like sterile looking, like very stiff, and like the colors are very one note or too like plain and kind of plasticky. So that's why I started like trying to make myself like paint, even though I don't like painting either. To try to get better at adding texture to images. But I really admire artists that can do like lineless art that have all kinds of like texture, and it just like you can see the kind of like sandiness. I don't know how to describe it.
I know what you mean. Like that.
Yeah.
Okay, Tarzan. No, it's from Iron Giant, Dork. How dare you? How dare you?
Ryan says, "You stay, Miko. No following. Maybe subscribe though." Okay, that's pretty good.
Thank you, Ryan. Alright, how do I color this? First, maybe do like a gradient thing. That might be. Do like some shading. Nope, that's not a gradient. That was a full-on pen.
Ash just sent me a link that vindicates how much tea I drink.
Why?
Because remember Tomer was getting on my case about like having an unexpected amount of caffeine because I drink tea all day. This is this is from CNN Health that's reporting on a study, so I can't vouch for this being like super legit or not, but it says drinking 2 or more cups of black tea a day is associated with lower risk of death from all causes, according to a study published Monday in Annals of Internal Medicine. Looking at nearly 500,000 men, shut up, men and women ages 40 to 69. Nice.
Nice.
Who knows? Maybe I will successfully meet my goal of living longer than Ash by drinking lots of tea.
But you don't want to live longer than
Oh wait,
Ash.
no, that's right. Never mind. I need to get him to drink tea.
You want to
I
be
want to
on
die
your
first.
deathbed and him looking over you saying goodbye, baby.
Well, no, ideally, I would like both of us to perish at the same time, so we don't have to be without each other.
Okay, both of you in bed at the same time.
Yeah,
There you go.
holding
Goodbye,
hands,
my love.
Holding hands. Does milk tea count? There is usually black tea in milk tea, but I think all the sugar in milk might be counteracting the black tea. Alright, I'm gonna read what Dorg wrote. Okay, so you know how you were complaining about your IT director? My college degree is in IT, and every IT person is the worst person in existence simultaneously. So I was having trouble, and this guy kept going, "Did you read this? Did you do what I told you?" and ignored my responses saying I already tried it. I eventually pointed out the mistake was not on my part, but they kept acting condescending and it makes me rage. Like, IT people treat other IT people like they don't know computers, and it's rage-inducing.
That's
Oh,
so
that sounds
funny.
awful. That's
Sorry.
not good.
I'm so sorry. But I mean, we've all had to deal with it, so I apologize.
I feel very sorry for Ash when he has to tech support me. And he also does low-key not condescending because obviously it doesn't come from like a negative place for him, but sometimes it's like, "Did you do this?" I'm like, "No." "Can you replicate it to show me?" "I don't know how it happened." Not saying this is Dorg's experience, this is me.
This is the worst thing. So I kind of work in like a pseudo IT position at my work. Gasp, I know. Princess trying to work in a semi smart-ish environment that requires intelligence. I know. Okay, but anyway, so it's because I worked on the launch of this application, right, that I know a lot about this application and how to troubleshoot it. So users will go to me saying, "Hey, I can't get the taxes to populate," or like my total for the sales order is different in this program than it is in CRM, but they should be the same. So I go, okay, so let's go through it one by one. And so today we were going through it and I was like, there is clearly like $1,000 difference between this line and this line, which is why your tax calculations are off. And then look at it again and I'm like, dude, you quoted the wrong item. Like, one is a single wheel and the other is a paired wheel, and they have vastly different prices. Like, one is $40 and the other is $60, and I'm like, did you not realize? Like, they're different part numbers. Like, and then I kind of just like, I just had to tell myself, it's okay, just breathe. Like,
you were being the condescending jackass almost.
maybe they didn't realize. But it's like, this is the first thing you check is like, is everything the same? It should be, but nothing was the same. I mean,
you know, some people like, you'd be surprised how different like the logical pathways are for like people, like your reasoning process, I think is the best way to put it. Because I mean, obviously, as shown between even you and I, the way that we reason or like plan is not the same. like thinking about your cooking stream when I told you, why don't you pack your things the day before? And you're like, I didn't think of that.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. I feel like when it comes to stream, though, I generally don't like to do a lot of prep. And it's not because, like, I don't want to, like, it's not that I don't want to put on an entertaining show, right? But it's more like, this is supposed to be a fun thing, and, like, preparing for stuff is not fun for me. So.
Yeah, I get that. That's fair too.
Making
It's kind of like
is fun, but actually doing the preparing part is not fun.
this is why you have me to scold you into doing the not fun things to
Very
save
true.
yourself from making your actual stream unfun when you have to do setup for 2 hours and then stress about being 2 hours late.
Very true, very true.
Hello, LJ. Hey, everyone. VIP coming through.
Hi, LJ. Welcome in. Dork says the analogy would be that despite the fact that I have a BSIT, I get treated like a girl gamer walking into a GameStop by other IT people. Also, GameStop had a sexist training video that looked like it was made in the 90s, but you could tell it was modern because they were selling the Wii. I'm rambling now, but yes, I forgot where I was going with that.
Sexist training video. Oh god, that don't surprise me. It's GameStop.
Honestly, sometimes when I bring back my problems that I've troubleshot with users to IT, I have the same problem because, like, obviously, I mean, maybe you guys don't know this, but I'm not actually a grandma. And
go on.
when I tell IT, because they go to me first, the users go to me and I troubleshoot with them. And after I'm done troubleshooting with them, then I'll be like, okay, here's how you fix it. And if I can't fix it, then I, pass it on to IT. But then IT goes through this whole song and dance. Did you check this? Did you check that? And I'm like, dude, do you think I can't fucking do my job? Like, yes, I checked everything. And then they're like, well, let's just go through it just to be sure. Like, sure enough, it's like, dude, it's still broken. Like, what do you think I did? Like, you think I just, talked to them and we caught up and, talked about our weekends? Like, come on, dude. I have better stuff to do. Terrible. I'm sorry that you get treated like a girl gamer at a GameStop. See, that's another thing. Like, when people, like, at D&D tables and stuff, when people who game, for whatever reason, I know maybe they want to, like, maybe they mean well and they want to get more people interested, so they just kind of, go full blast with their, like, interest. But at the same time, it's like, you're totally gatekeeping, and it's like, people who are like, no, you can't, you don't understand, it's blah, 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 and it's like, you're just pushing people away from liking the thing that you also want more people to like.
Yeah.
So, let's just go back to calculating math with Ron.
People can't resist gatekeeping. Makes them feel elite.
It's stupid. Like, there's no reason to.
Totally agree. And no, LJ, this is not GIMP. It is Fire Alpaca.
Fire Alpaca, a free program that you can use to draw and color. Today we are coloring. Oh, if you want, you can color along, LJ. I did ever made this file available to everyone. You can download it in the Discord. For anyone else who also wants to color along. It is available in the Discord.
Free? That's all that counts.
Exactly.
You speak the same language as Princess.
We love the free. What the fuck tool do I keep accidentally clicking? I have no idea. What is this? What is this tool?
I like how you, at the beginning of this, you reference, like, kind of having seen the way I colored mine.
I went just buck wild.
Sort of, you went buck wild, which is fine, and two, even with a very muted color palette, you still managed to make it pink and yellow.
I know. I love these colors. I can't not use them.
Hey, no one said you didn't have to.
It is, a necessary evil. Evil or greatness? Who knows?
Wait, ever made this? Yes, I drew the line art. This has all been Princess's colors so far.
This is all me. I colored it.
Are there any pictures of men being very good friends? I mean, I have one that I'm working on right now, but oh, not that good friends though.
How does... You would think I know how fabric looks from sewing so often.
Well, in your defense, when I draw fabric, like I said, I don't pay any attention whatsoever to reality. So when there's folds and stuff, I just YOLO something that looks like it could be real, but probably isn't. Just look up the Buff Diglett drawing.
Buff Diglett! Amazing. How would a piece of fabric that's floating like this be shaded?
Well, don't forget your light source either.
I know. That's what I'm trying to keep in mind, which I've tried to keep this edge bright.
I'd pay to color those. You know, I have lines kind of quasi-done for, like, another handsome men picture, but I thought that would be too complicated for Princess to try to color, so I did not give her those lines.
Maybe in the future when we get better at this, which, I mean, it's not gonna happen, but, you know, we can dream.
You can get better, you just have to invest more skill points in this tree.
I already invest too many skill points in too many different trees, and it's not gotten me far in life. Guys, we were talking about this, and like, Ever, as a person, has invested all of her skill point into art, obviously.
Yep.
Right? And for me, over the years, I've picked up quite a list, we all know I love my lists, right?
Yep.
But I've picked up a huge list of hobbies, so I have a very nice camera, take pictures, I make clothes, I know how to cross stitch, I know how to do calligraphy, I know how to play ukulele, kalimba, piano, guitar. I know. Like, there's probably more hobbies. Oh, I have like a weaving loom. I've made like...
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I know, right? I've
Did
made
you
like...
actually like create anything on it?
I made like one small thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know how to... Oh, okay. Yes. I knew someone would bring this up. The quote. Jack of all trades.
Jack of all trades, master of none.
Master
Yep.
of none. But did you guys know there's a third part to that quote that is, but often better than master of one. Look it up.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Look it up! Look it up! But better than a master of one. See, Ryan? With the assist.
I think it just matters, like, perspective or like how you choose to take it is definitely better, because I think being a jack of all trades but master of none is probably more useful for like your all-around life. But in terms of like people who are master of a single thing, you could be extremely successful or just extremely not. Just be like a total savant or genius in like just one thing. Princess did just say Ever invested all her points in art. That I did. I am the master of only one, and not even a master.
Ever doesn't count. She is exempt from
Nice save. No, I accept it.
Alright, I feel like we're... See, I don't jump with vibes, but I'd color with vibes. How close am I to how he actually looks?
Pretty far. You got, let's see, what parts did you get right? You got his hair pretty right. His hair, it's kind of just his hair, actually.
I got everything else wrong.
Everything else is pretty different.
Anything else wrong? Amazing. Truly amazing.
This is why I was so entertained when you said, like, you didn't know what he looks like at all. I'm like, oh, she's gonna have a hell of a time coloring.
This is great. This is fantastic. I should add more layers and clip. We love clipping, right? This is a thing. I'll just keep moving on when I can't color the thing that I want to do. And then, you know, maybe... How do I color a gem? I feel like it's dark. Okay, hold on. I feel like this would be... Yes, okay. So we just gotta zoom in and color this bit.
I've got art and writing combined into comics. That's true. Ryan says, I've got sleeping, eating, and taking meds. I think it's meant that we shouldn't focus on mastering only one thing. Like Ever does art and merch, I've got sleeping, eating, taking meds. It's also why Ever mastered both the wand and the knife. That's true.
That's true, LJ. You're
you
right. You're absolutely correct. My goodness.
Sequential art truly is the pinnacle. Both art and writing and paneling. Crazy.
Nope, that doesn't look right. What if I do this? None of these brushes. What? Sorry.
Lee says, I could talk about sequential art for hours and hours. Man, the world of comics is vast and deep. I bought this book by Scott McCloud on, like, writing comics or, like, drawing comics. And it's, like, 300 pages or something. Maybe less. But it was, like, a thick book. And I remember paging through it. And all of this book is written in comic format as well. And it's just buck wild. Like, man, there's so many things to think about.
Really?
While you were jumping, I was studying the art of martial magic.
Hello, do you speak French? Not really. Salade de pixels. I took French in high school for 2 years. And it was mandatory American education. So, I don't think I remember any of it. I apologize. Bonjour is about, yes. Bonjour, je m'appelle Princess.
This book by Scott McCloud, only the most famous writer on comics. Dude, I don't know shit. I don't even remember how I came across that book. I know I saw it recommended somewhere, and there was a time I was more interested in, like, trying to draw comics before I realized that I have so much angst about drawing one image, let alone drawing, like, 5 images per page, if not more. But it is still a really interesting read, just from, like, a pure craft perspective. Bonjour, extended my French. Hello, Vertica. Today's the day that we don't have translator bot on either.
I could probably turn it on. It'll just make chat 10 times longer. Just treat the entire page as one image. How?
I mean, it is true that the overall layout, you have to consider the overall layout of the page, but I guess mentally I still think of it as, like, each panel is like a picture too. Man, it takes so long to draw. He's a very famous author. You've probably seen him referenced or recommended lots of times and never noticed before. Oh, I see. Salad de Pixel says, I am very, very bad at English. I'm helping with DeepL.com.
DeepL is a another translator, like Google.
Oh, I see.
Yes. I feel like I don't speak too difficult in English, but maybe the speed, maybe the speed is hard to understand as a native speaker. But welcome. I hope if you do decide to stay, I hope you have a good time. Is that shiny enough? I feel like this is weird. I feel like these gem shines are weird.
You don't speak that well either. Well, that's just rude.
Oh my goodness.
It's Torsten.
Hello, raiders. Welcome in. Hello, hello. Why did you raid me on a night that I'm not doing my usual thing? Hello, raiders. Hello, Allie. Welcome in. That's why my comics are black and white, basic shapes with Times New Roman text to maximize reader efficiency. Hello, Jersey. Welcome in. This is how far we got in our art so far. To be very, very transparent, I did not draw this. Okay, I have to clarify. None of this art is mine. This is Ever's art. This bird here, our mascot.
Hello. Now I'm just straight up the mascot, huh?
My best friend, our mascot. Please check out her Twitter. Check out her shop. She has her shop opening currently. Did you close it yet?
No, it's still open, but I think I only have like 2 things left in stock.
Shop is still open, but lots of things sold out. So if you like something, maybe buy it right away. And if you'd like to color along, because we are doing a color along, you can join my Discord by doing !Discord, and we have links to the files for this art. So please. If you like to color, we're coloring and drinking some wine. So we're just having a chill night. But welcome in. How was Yakuza, Sorens? Let's just go over here. And I have 2 models. Hold on. We will change this. There's oh my god!
Oh, it's an infinite princess loop!
Something is happening! Hold on!
It's making princesses as we speak!
Oh my god!
Oh my god, there's even more of them!
Stop! Why is my computer doing this? Stop! Please! I'm sorry!
I like how the motion your VTuber makes is slowly like shuffling down the line as each capture.
Oh my goodness, hold on. Oh my god, hold on. This is the best. Here we go. I'm sorry.
I feel like I'm peering into infinity.
I apologize, everybody. Oh, I'm sorry. I missed a message. Deeble is the best translator. Google Translate is big bullshit. I mean, we're used to using Google Translate, right? Let me turn off chat. I do know a lot of Japanese streamers will use Deeple for their translation, and I know it's like the standard that people use. But here, let's just pause this, and we'll just watch Soren stream.
That'd be great, actually.
Here,
No worries.
let's go to the start of this emotional scene here.
Are you Nano Hamukoda?
Yes?
We talked on the phone. I'm Takabe, the general manager. He had some urgent business.
Thank you for the follow, Salad the
I'm filling
Pixels. Welcome in.
I
Welcome
see.
to the Puppy Kingdom.
I apologize for how sudden this is, but we're closing our institution.
You're closing?
No Yakuza.
As such, we won't be able to continue caring for your father. We're terribly sorry, but you'll have to make other arrangements for it.
The pink suit?
The operation, wasn't that scheduled for today?
It's
Yo.
been canceled. We
Uh,
deeply apologize
I'm about
for
to
that,
say
for your
something, and it
understanding.
might sound offensive.
Uh-oh.
Operation
You wanna... Why? How?
What? Hold up.
Well, because Soren's asked, do you think
What?
I'd look good in a pink
I'm-
suit?
Oh.
surgery.
You know, Soren, I think you can wear whatever you want.
You can wear what you want,
Line?
but I must say that I've seen you on stream, and as a man who is quite red, when you wear a pink suit, you're going to just look like a tomato. So maybe choose not a pink suit to wear. maybe don't do that.
Shock.
Just double checking. But is that what you paid Totska for last time you met? What did you two talk about?
At the
Did you finish the
meeting,
game?
We...
Is this like a... Is this
Is this guy gonna be a bigger
Princess
piece of
somehow
shit?
simultaneously insulted tomatoes and Soren at the same time.
Can I finish paying later? Maybe we don't even have to do the surgery that soon. I'm worried he's still too weak for it.
Don't tell me you're having second thoughts now. Your father deserves to be at peace.
Thank you,
Say
Alec.
it
I appreciate
yourself.
it.
And the graphics in this are really, like, realistic.
right?
Please don't say
It looks
that.
good.
Of course I want Dad to have peace in his golden years. I don't want him in pain, but...
Wait,
does it
did
have
she
to be
pay
so
them
expensive?
to help with her dad's surgery or to
Yeah, sometimes.
assassinate her father?
Maybe complications. Don't you see the need
Could
for
go either way.
That's
Confused.
what you're paying.
Creepy eyes coming up. Uh-oh.
Okay.
Phones are FaceTiming each other. What does that mean?
That means it's time to pause and not watch creepy eyes.
Oh. Wait, no. Keep playing it. I want to see.
No, you can watch his VOD.
Wait, no. Show them. Just look away. Hit the play button and look away. I'll tell you when to come back.
Okay, I'm not looking.
Play creepy eyes. Here we go.
Father's never had an operation.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
First timer, huh? Hey, if we can laugh about it, it must not be that bad, right?
Jesus, fucking creepy face.
Okay. I don't see the...
I guess.
That's not really creepy yet.
About to celebrate my
Was that it?
3-year quitiversary.
Wait, was that it?
God damn it.
Was that it? I don't know.
So she had no idea.
Oh, I mean, it wasn't really creepy. It was just kind of, like, scummy.
Oh, I see.
Oh, okay, that was it. It was just him making, like a gross businessman sort of face.
I see.
It wasn't actually scary.
Okay, good to know. I've another account I use on PC. I use this account on a tablet before sleeping. Well, I hope that our stream can help you drift off to bed as I continue to very badly color this amazing art that Ever drew. Anyways, you guys, check out Soren's. Gross business man's face aren't scary to Ever. Thank you to our friend Sorens for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. And Sorens, if you need to go or take care, do that after stream care or whatever people say nowadays, please do what you need to. Take a break, get some water, get a snack. And if you want to color, I think you know this, but the link to the file is in the Discord. So again, I'm just, you know, I gotta shill the Discord.
The Discord that you originally were so reluctant to even have.
Yeah, exactly. Gotta shill the Discord so people know that, you know, that it exists and you can come hang out with us. I don't understand. I hope that you can listen to this stream in bed and fall asleep, is what I meant to say. With the vibes of the Animal Crossing music. Play your music, princess. Yes, I did have Soren's confirm that we weren't going to accidentally dox ourselves before making sure that that was available for everybody. I feel like this looks good, right?
My eyes are just drawn to the little rainbow sparkles on the back of his head.
It's so pretty. It's very like does not belong there, shouldn't be there, but you know.
Why not? It can be there.
I did my first ever stream last night. LJ, that's amazing. Why didn't you tell anybody? We would have come. Oh, I see. I thought you meant that you were using your tablet and you were in bed sleeping. Because in California, it is about bedtime. But I guess in France is probably not nighttime right now. It gave me a new appreciation for what you do. It was mostly just a test. Just played some Fall Guys and then a little puzzle game. See, to be a streamer, I think it's really important. And I mean, of course there are always other streamers that don't do this, but I think it's important to be able to have just constant train of thought, even if you lose it, even if you forget what you were about to say. But like, you know, it's not interesting to click into a stream and nobody's talking, right? Like, you kind of need some kind of voice. There are people, I do know there are people who do like no cam, no mic streams. I don't know how popular those are, I have to be honest. But yeah, the dead air is, I think, the one thing that like new people are not really good at. It helps when you have people in chat just, you know, talking to you. But dead air is like a huge thing that you kind of have to try to get over. Juste pour prévenir. Just for... I don't know what prévenir is. Let's look! Dictionary, English.
Time to learn some French today.
Prévenir means... Where's French? French. Prevent. I don't know. Prevent. I don't think that makes any sense. It's so weird being on the other side of the interactions. When you're in the chat, it feels like a conversation is going with the streamer. When you're the one streaming, it feels so weird to be talking back to text. Honestly, I just imagine that you guys are actually talking to me. I think that helps. 'Cause, yeah, it is true that it does get kind of, like, weird. If it's like, wow, I'm just sitting in my room all alone and I feel weird just, you know, not talking to anybody, but, like, you have to, like, realize there are real people sitting behind their computer screens, you know, just hanging out. So that's kind of what I think about. I'm like, I'm not actually talking to, like, nobody. There are people here who are chilling, chatting. What's weird? Just when you start streaming, it may be strange just to talk by yourself in your room, but when you get more used to talking to chat, it's a little less strange. You grow that muscle that says it's okay just to, you know, say things out loud.
We're actually mainly yelling at the TV most of the time when you were streaming. The princess stream experience.
True. Sev and his partner are so very supportive. I hope you guys noticed, Sev, that I gave you VIP on my channel, because you guys are almost always here and supporting me, and I wanted to thank you for that. Just realized I had Flux on, so what I thought was skin tone was very much not skin tone. Yes.
I see.
It is dangerous to have a color changer on your... Okay, I do have to say, this lighting looks okay-ish. Like, it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not the worst thing in the world.
What a rousing compliment to give yourself. Worst thing.
I mean, I've seen worse.
It's getting better.
I don't actually know what that is, but I will look it up. Flux is a like a, it helps adjust your computer so that your screen doesn't have as much blue light in the evening. And it kind of goes off of your, it goes off of the time, I think, on your internal clock. So if it's like, you know, 9 p.m., it would be very orange. So obviously if you're doing color sensitive work, you don't want flux on. Windows has night light. It does the same thing. I see. Good life. I go to sleep. Good night, Salad the Pixels. Thank you so much for coming in. I hope you have a good sleep. Good night, good night. Can someone please tuck Salad in?
I got you.
Thank you. And guys, if we're coloring and we don't like what we see, we just blur it. You know, like, it doesn't look good, just here, watch
Just
this.
make it even harder to look at.
Just use this blur tool. Where is it? Down here, blur. And, like, for example, the cape. There we go. Oh my god, that looks so much better, right? It looks so good! Oh, thank god. Okay. I fixed it.
You're amazing.
My other account is Border Geek. Oh, thank you for letting us know. Well, I hope to see you back, but I hope you have a good sleep. As LJ said, or the night shift on iPhone. Oh, I do have night shift on my iPhone.
Okay. Mine on Android is just called a blue light filter.
Blue light filter, that's it?
Yeah, not a very interesting name.
It's boring. Okay, we gotta color the pants in. Pants. I'm just adding layers and layers, and maybe this is not the best thing. Pants and gloves. We gotta do a darker color than this. What music is this?
Did you just autoplay onto something else?
Possibly. Let's do a, a relaxing Animal Crossing with rain sounds.
I wish it would rain.
I love rain sounds.
I do too.
Is that too loud? Should I turn it down just a little? There we go. This is the one I listen to while working. I see.
Via says, "Hi, princess. I'm back from the jungles."
Via. I'm back from the jungles. Welcome back, Via. It's been so long. I hope you've had a good time wherever you were, and welcome back to the Puppy Kingdom. Today we are coloring. I hope you enjoy some coloring content. Oh yes, the fur. Is this right? Oh, I think it's because it's... Nope. Hold on. Why can't we paint? Oh, it's because it's really light. It's like super light. Let's do this. What if we do like white fur? This is not turning out how I expected it to. What if I just do white, white, bright white? Or like a... Nope. I just want like the semblance of some kind of like some kind of lighting here on the on the fur. And I realize I like super messily colored everything. I guess it's fine.
Some days it just be like that.
It was because the fill tool wasn't doing its job.
It's gonna blame it on Phil, huh?
Blame it on Phil. Thank you for the toy bone, Ryan. And this. Oh, save check. Yes, thank you.
Save check. Ooh, thank you.
This is so important. Everyone save your work right now. It was certainly a time we were researching parasitic bugs. It was fun at first, but became disgusting. But at the same time, interesting, real quick. Ooh, are you like a... Are you like epidemiologist or have you done much of this kind of stuff before? No, absolutely not. Like the most I'll do, you guys. Hold on. Let me close this real quick and let me open a recent file. Like the most I will do is stuff like this where I take an image and I put other images over it, but I don't actually do any coloring. This is I don't color. I don't know how to color. But yeah, so here we go. You know. That's cute. Yes, we're doing Danganronpa on stream with some friends every weekend. Your ability to just get into things and mess around and learn so quickly is very impressive. I mean, I don't learn that much, but I guess thank you. Thank you.
Take the compliment.
I'll take.
You gotta take your W's.
Take your W's and run with them.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, LJ. Thank you. I should I feel like I've done all that I can to color Tainari proper. Maybe we should now focus on the background, which is the scary part. Wanted to erase this bit. I always have to read 1,000 tutorials before I ever try anything. Honestly, I used to do that, and then I was like, this is too much work. And I feel like I'm just procrastinating on actually starting the thing, you know?
Yep.
So then I was like, at some point, you just have to get in and learn. And hands-on experience is so much more valuable than what tutorials can show you, in my opinion. So I just skip all that. I mean, watching tutorials at the same time is probably the best idea, right? But where would the fun be if we did that?
Where would the fun be if we like
If it
planned
just
things
made
out
sense.
and yeah, things just were like logically laid out.
Probably why I do it too. To procrastinate? It's true. It did take me forever. Maybe 30 minutes to 45 minutes to color the actual character because I was too nervous. So I get it. We can procrastinate. That's okay.
Yeah, this isn't like your job.
Cute that the It's My Birthday reward needs 365 points to redeem. Exactly. 365 days when it's your birthday, so it costs 365 points.
Where would the fun be if we weren't still looking for add Taurus function after 30 minutes?
True. Sad but true. Okay, I feel like maybe we should do that so that I can see what's colored and what's not. Okay, here we go. Just color more of the tree in. You also kind of color your line art, huh? You
Yep.
do this thing with your line art where you like change it to match the color underneath, sort of.
Mm-hmm. Basically, yeah. I find that it can make the line work a little less. What's the word for it?
It
like,
makes it more
kind of blend
cohesive?
in better.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense. Why am I being so careful?
I don't know.
This is under.
Yeah, it's
green
under the
layer.
green layer. You can just
I'm
go
a
ham.
dodo.
A lesson that you have just learned repeatedly and keep forgetting.
I keep forgetting that I've learned this lesson. It doesn't exist for me, apparently. Okay. just need to color to here, the edges, the borders.
Can I redeem the birthday redeem when my birthday has passed not too long ago?
Yeah,
why
of
not?
course. Of course you can. I mean, you were out in the jungles. It's the least I could do to kind of help you get over having to research parasites in the jungles. I thought you were actually saying you were born on a leap year. Wait, how many days in a leap year versus in a regular year? I thought 365 was regular, and maybe it's 364 on a leap year?
Isn't it? I thought there's more days on a leap year than less. Right?
Oh, no, you're right. Well, Via redeemed. It's my birthday. Via, when is your birthday? There's one more extra day on a leap year. I see. I see. August 19th. We must write this down in our not murder notebook.
You saying that just makes it very suspicious.
I can't. I left it in my car after the stream. Okay, it's fine. I can write it down here on a post-it note that I will transfer to my notebook.
Very suspicious.
It's not suspicious.
I don't know, chat. I think it's suspicious.
No. August 19th.
Yay, the stalker notebook, see? Everyone knows.
Stop. It's not murder. Not
No
murder.
one said that. You volunteered that terminology yourself.
I believe it was Chrono that did that. Not me, actually. Okay, let's pause the music and let's all sing Via a happy birthday. Can we all get some happy birthdays in chat for Via, who just spent the last month researching parasites in the jungle? Alright, Via, thank you so much for coming back and thank you for redeeming It's My Birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Via. Happy birthday to you. Woo, happy birthday. All right, we are back to normal. Happy birthday, Via. I hope you had a good one. Of course. Thank you for redeeming It's My Birthday. A sweet voice. LJ, sometimes I don't know if you're just trying to be funny and mean or just being sweet because it can go both ways. It can be both. And I don't mind that it's both, but sometimes I just don't know. I'm an enigma. See? You say shit like that and I'm like, I don't know.
A mystery wrapped in an enigma. Wait, someone else redeemed It's My Birthday.
Who redeemed It's My Birthday? Scarwork redeemed It's My Birthday. Scarwork, when is your birthday? You gotta tell me. Otherwise, we have to refund your points. Because I have to, you know, write it down in my not murder notebook. The 17th. Okay. A double feature, you guys. 2 birthdays and Dorg. Oh, goodness. Dorg,
Now
when
it's
is your
Ever's turn to
birthday?
August 10th. Vanilla also redeemed.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Vanilla, when is your birthday? Everyone wants their birthday song sung. The 27th. Ever has to sing with you? She can't, because it's not synced up, and it'll sound very terrible on stream. Just watch the dates get progressively earlier and earlier in the year. Lee, you cannot redeem It's Your Birthday. I already sang you your birthday song. Refund Lee their points right now.
Wait, I'm trying to take a photo in game. I'll do it after.
Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, you're paying for the redemption from previously. I see. I did sing it. I did. Okay, we gotta sing 3 birthday songs in a row for Scarwork, Dorg, and Vanilla. So here we go. Here we go.
You really signed up for this.
I did. Can everybody wish Scarwork, Dorg, and Vanilla a happy birthday, and I will sing them one by one. We're just gonna sing happy birthday for like
3 times in a row.
straight. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Scarwork. Happy birthday to you. All right, happy birthday, Scarwork. I hope you had a good one. Now Dorg with the busy bees that we love. The man with the busy bees, or the woman. We don't know. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear. What the Dorg doing? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Dorg. Please continue to bless our community with your busy bees. We love them. And to Vanilla, who is always here, regardless if it's a Jump King stream or not, but I know they love the Jump King content. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Vanilla. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Vanilla. I hope you had a good one. Make sure to tip your waiters. All right, you guys. Those were the 3 birthdays. Actually 4, counting Via. So I hope everyone wished everyone a happy birthday. Oh, goodness. Thank you for the resubscribe, Seb. I really appreciate it. It's not my birthday. Thank you for the resubscribe. I really appreciate that. Support small streamers. You get my cute emotes and ad-free viewing, which is always a plus. Because, oh my god, I watched an ad today and I didn't even know, like, Visa needs to advertise? Why? Everybody has, like, a Visa or, like, a MasterCard, like, right? I didn't even know they needed to advertise. Like, Visa. Why?
I don't know. I mean, I guess you would think it's pretty universal,
Like,
but maybe
pretty
not.
standard, right, at this point. But who knows? Brand awareness. Now that you mention it, it is kind of weird. We'll get Ever to sing on stream eventually.
In your dreams.
I guess so you go with Visa instead of MasterCard, but I feel like most people have, like, even some people have both, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I have both.
Yeah. I only have Visa, but that's only because I only use one credit card, so I'm not a great sample size. Okay, how do I color trees, you guys?
Don't ask me.
Oh, you know what? We should check our maybe checking our color values. Oh, not bad. That actually looks pretty good.
Yeah. The dark hair and tail, nice contrast.
Yeah, with the like light-ish middle. All right, I'm into it. Debit all the way, baby. I'm too scared to use debit sometimes because I know you can get like what is it? Some people can steal your information, and with a debit card, it's a lot harder to get that money back. Because it's like your real money, and it's not fake credit money. Not that credit cards are fake money. They're actually real money.
It's very real money.
But, you know what I mean. Thanks, LJ. I appreciate it. I'm gonna say that even if you are a little bit of a jokester there. Alright, the first thing we do is gonna be a nice, like, wash of darker color. Maybe a little bit. That's not the color I want. How do you color trees? How does one color... You know, this is why I had such a hard time coloring your perch, is because I didn't know how to color trees.
Don't ask me, I also don't know how to color trees.
I feel like this is right. This looks right. Okay.
I don't know what color to make Tainari's tail and hair. Chrono, do whatever color you feel like.
Do what your heart desires. How do you color trees? Brown, of course. Hope that helps. Thanks, Inside Out. I really needed to know that piece of information, because I didn't know trees were brown, you know. I need more wine. By the way, you guys, tonight is a wine and paint kind of night, so if you are coloring along, if you drink, I hope you are able to enjoy an adult beverage with our stream tonight. I cannot believe I've been coloring for 3 hours and I only have this much colored. Wow, coloring is so hard. You say you take like 8 hours to color?
Me?
That seems kind of fast.
Depends on the illustration, but I mean, I think I usually average around like 13 to 15 hours in total for like a full color thing. But it also depends if I'm painting or not.
I see.
Painting goes faster because I don't gotta fuck around with multiple layers. Let's see, how long did it take me to paint Ellie's birthday picture this year? That one was 15 hours and 1 minute.
Wow.
And what's the last thing I painted? The Aranaros, but I can't check that. So the last Chauven picture I painted was also about 15 hours.
I see. I feel like that means we're like barely there.
You've been going for like, what, 3.5 hours now?
Yeah. 3.5 hours. We are drinking Menage a Trois Sweet Collection Sultry Red Smooth Red Blend. Notes of raspberry, cherry, and chocolate. I do have to say, I know the last time you asked us, Seb, it was also another Menage a Trois wine. I just really like this company and this brand of wine. It's just really tasty. Not going to Google it this time. You fooled me once. It was this. Yeah. Being genuine when I said that grayscale looked fan-freaking-tastic. Alright, you guys, who needs to color? We're just gonna do this and call it a day.
Man, that's how I feel about every picture. It's like, what if we just did grayscale and like didn't try so hard anymore?
Let's do grayscale, and then you know what? I'll just erase this bit here. Watch this. Watch this. How do I erase this layer? Here we go. This is a stylistic choice here, you guys. We're just erasing the green bit. And then it's done. We finished coloring the art. This is so bad. Hold on.
You're doing my technique. Grayscale everything except one pop of color.
One pop of color. It's not even great erasing, but you know what? It looks great. I gotta focus. Okay. There we go. Done! Yes! End of stream. It looks so good.
What color is eye green too?
I gotta erase this bit here. It's not super bright. I maybe should have colored it bright green. But then we go back to the gray here. This layer. Maybe I should just clip this so I can disappear it. But here, we'll do this. I feel like we gotta wrap up stream, so this is what we gotta do. We'll finish coloring this another day properly. But
Oh yeah.
yes, this was fun. I enjoyed this. I do want to finish coloring this, but coloring all of these plants is gonna be like so hard. Why isn't it coloring? Oh, it is. It is. Okay, do that, and then on the outside edges, what's it called when you have like darker outsides, brighter insides?
Darker outsides, brighter insides.
Like a vignette.
I
or
don't know.
something?
Oh, I guess. Yeah. You know what? Not bad.
Then we'll just airbrush the corners to be darker.
Princess's solution, everything. Just airbrush it.
Just airbrush and blur. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? Look at that. Looks great. And then I just need to, maybe we need to, How do I... clip, and then what if I just... How do I fill stuff? But okay, hold on. I think I need to turn everything off.
How do I fill stuff, but...
But we're turning everything off for a second. All of our hard work, because I want to get I want to black the edge out.
What is that? Like the outside border?
Yeah, here.
You could just fill the exterior.
There we go.
Yeah.
But I had to turn everything off because Fire Alpaca will do that thing.
Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah.
Where it'll actually just try to color more of the airbrush stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we didn't finish the plants and junk, but for now, I mean, this looks pretty good.
Not bad.
We can save the colored version for another day.
That's fair.
But hold on, let me see what it looks like without. I mean, it looks pretty good still. We gotta color the tree and the leaves, and it'll really make this piece complete. All right, I had fun. I'm gonna look. Since I colored him and everything, hold on, let's just see how close we got.
Yeah, go find a picture of Tainari to put on stream real quick so everyone can see.
Uh-oh. This is possibly a good... Oh, you're right.
That's like the moment of realization. Oh.
I did make him look much more thoughty than, here.
Than his canon desigin.
I see. The inside of his ears are black. That was a...
Yep.
Yep, okay.
That was what I was telling you.
Let me just, let's do this. So that everyone can see mine and the original.
Good old college try.
The good old college try. Here we go. Zoom in. Enhance.
Enhance! You know what? I like the thoughty version too.
It looks great. I like the arm. You know, the sexy arm. Oh, he has that weird sleeve thing. I see.
Yeah, he's got like
The
long sleeve on one
asymmetrical.
side and short sleeve on the other.
I see. And he has more green on his hair.
Mhm.
I see. It's the thought that That's fucking right.
Shut the fuck up.
I swear. Oh, he has very colorful, like, belt. ribbon thing.
Yep.
I
It's
see.
like cultural, like I was reading this thread on like people where what cultures people think that this design elements were inspired from, but I can't remember it off the top of my head. I gotta dig that thread up.
Gotcha. Oh, he has interesting gloves.
Yeah, there's like a big cuff and like chains on him and shit. I'm not a fan of the cuffs personally. I think it would have been fine without him.
Looks kinda Tibetan to me, but I don't know. Leah's right. Whoever made this design, I just want to talk. There's a lot of components here. I just want to talk with you. Have a conversation.
It's like the cultures that this was inspired from, like, also wear clothing that has a lot of very bright and different colors. So it is, like, true to that, but it is a very, like, overall busy design. There's many
see.
colors.
I see.
Although, to be fair, there's also a shit ton of colors, like Xiao, for example, so...
That's true. Yeah. A character we are all familiar with, Xiao.
I don't know.
Alright. Let's go to our just chatting screen. Let me turn the Animal Crossing music off and we'll go to our just chatting. Alright, you guys. Thank you for hanging out. It was super fun. I do want to see everyone's color along, by the way, in Discord. So wherever you're at, even if it's not done, I would love to see it. I had a lot of fun. I think we're gonna do more of these just because I like coloring and I enjoy spending time with everyone and Ever. Even if, you know, she's just chilling and doing shop stuff or drawing along to other stuff. But
No, it's fun. I like hanging out.
yeah, thank you to Ever again for providing the she wants an excuse to color in yeah, okay, let's not talk about that.
Next time I'll try to...
Go ahead.
I was gonna say next time I'll try to like draw some chibi art that you can color. That might be easier to finish for stream.
I just revealed something very embarrassing that I want no one to ever repeat again. So let's not.
But they can clip it.
I just call them Ever's handsome men.
That's fair.
At
Thank
least
you.
that's mostly muted purples and blues, but I also think he has a lot of colors. Xiao.
Yeah, he's got pink, he's got purple, he's got blue, he's got green, he's got like
That's a lot of
a
colors.
little of everything. And the next one have numbers on it, paint by numbers. That would require me to color it first, and I don't want to do that, so no.
Yeah, paint by numbers. We would have to. It would be more like a let's do a paint by numbers. Everyone, if you can, order this off of some website, and we would do it like with a hand cam or something.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Who is on? We have some music streams. This guy was like featured, I think, one of the days on Twitch, and I saw him, and he's a really good singer. But so we have that. We have Pat. We have rated Pat recently, though. Techniverl is playing Cult of the Lamb. DJ is playing Final Fantasy XIV. Using CSP's Colorize feature, you can. Even better, can I just tap the screen and then all the colors appear? Wait, that's really a thing? Like the program will just color it for you? I've never seen that before.
I mean, I think we had linked it a while back too. There's some websites that also like auto colorize stuff. Like it just takes a guess at it.
You're right. I'll certainly try. Okay, 1 second. I'm gonna see who's streaming Jump King, because if we have a couple people who are streaming Jump King, I think that would be fun as well to drop you in there. I posted my whip. I would love to see it. I will, after we raid out, I think that's what I'll do. Nah. My colors are very off. Well, that was the point, right? My colors are off too. Is just color it the way you want it to be colored. Obviously, I did yellow and pink, which
Princess's go-to favorite colors.
Yeah. Let's raid Jin. She's playing some Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green. It looks like someone else is on stream with her, but I think that would be fun. Let's give her a raid. Guys, if you have a subscription, please copy this message and we're gonna go over to her stream. Again, that is the message there. And if you do not have a subscription with us, no fear. We have another raid message just for you. They are the Twitch emotes that are free for everybody to use. Thank you so much to, let's see here. We had K Dane, I Spy with My Little Eye, and Salad de Pixels. Thank you so much for the follows. Sorens, thank you for the raid. And Sev, thank you for the resubscribe. Goo goo gaga. Alright, dog. Robo Bully. Alright, you guys just copy your own message, I guess. And with that, let's start this off. Guys, thank you, thank you, thank you. I had so much fun and I can't wait to see what you guys did with your coloring. I'm very excited. Please be happy. Please be healthy. But most of all, please remember to be kind. Be kind to others because you never know what a smile, a hello, or a hug can do for someone who's having a bad day. And be kind to yourselves. Make sure you're hydrating. Walk around your house, your neighborhood if you can. Stay cool if there's a heat wave, because I know there's one in California. But, you know, touch some grass. It's good for you. Smell some roses straight from the bush. Because we don't want you to have an embolism, because that would mean that you might die. And we don't want you to die.
God. Just straight up.
Straight up. Help, do not use that for a sub message. Guys, yes, please join our Discord. Alright, you guys. I love you, my puppies. I will see you all tomorrow. We are on schedule for Nier Automata. More of that. Alright? Alright, you guys. Good night. Bye.